NFL is coming. Just days away. Sean. Days away.
It feels
Chris.
like it's still too long. Okay.
3 days away till your Bears lose to the Packers.
Oh, hell no. That's right, because you've got the Packers somehow winning that division, and to do it, they got to get through us. No way, no how. This Thursday, the Bears are going to whoop those cheeseheads. I cannot wait.
Bro, I want to ask, if the Packers do somehow win, because any given Sunday or Thursday, are you going to murder me?
You're probably going to get murdered. Because
You made that murder face at one time.
Last year, the Chicago Bears,
Yeah.
They had not expectations, but, they were up and coming, right?
Yeah.
I didn't expect too much from them last year, right?
Yeah.
And they could have won that game. And you saw how pissed I was when we gave up that lead. We were at one point up 20-0 when Aaron Rodgers came back into that game.
Yeah.
So now we have all these expectations. We are a team that could go to the Super Bowl. So if we go into Thursday night and we lose at home to open the season, the 100th season, not just for the Chicago Bears, but for the entire NFL, and everyone's watching this game, it's going to be a whole new level of fucking being pissed off, Sean, Chris.
I'll tell you, I'd be surprised. And I think the Packers are going to win that division. You know that. I'm going to stand by that. We have a bet on that. But this game, opening night in Chicago, I'd be surprised, especially on Thursday night. Thursday night, historically, the home teams hold even more of an advantage than if it were a Sunday or Monday game because of the short week. So I definitely think the Bears will win that game.
Well, you're a very smart man. And remember, last year,
Yeah.
I keep repeating this, Khalil Mack, Raquan Smith, no training camp. I mean, they went right into that game. And they were fucking making plays. Raquan Smith, he had some sacks. Khalil Mack, he had 2 turnovers, including 1 for a touchdown.
Yeah, that's true. It's going to be a great time. I'm just glad football's back.
Yes, football is back. Thank you guys so much for joining us here. We see you guys popping into the live stream.
What's up,
Make sure
guys?
you guys hit that like. Hey, share the stream. Sean, you want to share this on Twitter. And we want to, again, welcome the Entertainah Talking Sports, Talking Football with us this week.
Talking football tonight. I always love doing this show with you guys. And we were talking before we went live. There is so much to talk about. So many trades. So much that's gone on the last 3, 4, 5 days. And then we got the games we got to talk about. So this is going to be a great show. Really looking forward to it. And then we were talking about potentially doing a pregame show next Sunday. We'll see if that happens.
Yes, sir. Yeah, lot action-packed here tonight. Giants and Cowboys. You guys, you're facing each other right off the bat week 1. We're going to get into that stuff. Donnie Couch with a $2 donation says, Shady McCoy on my Chiefs. Yes. Says Donnie Couch. Thank you so much for the $2 donation.
Shout out to you, buddy.
And we also have another $2 donation from our boy Jared Riff Reaper. Says, Sean, do the trade, buddy. Sean, you see my team? I guess he sent you a trade.
Did he send me a trade? Oh, dude, I've been busy all day. I'll check it.
All right. What's up, Nick Howard? What's up? Chris Senor's in the house, Chris.
Christian, how are you doing, buddy? That's my YouTube son.
That's your YouTube son right there. Bigger Mike, Mick DeCala's in here. What's up, Mod Squad? What's up, Silver Gang? Thank you guys so much. Again, smack that like button, Baltimore boy. Action pack. We got a lot of stuff to talk about this week here on the NFL Roundtable discussion. Yeah. And Donnie Couch had the $2 donation. So let's start off with LeSean McCoy. He got cut from the Buffalo Bills. Sean, Chris, that was a surprising move because the Bills were talking up LeSean McCoy. They were like, no. We're still going to use him. He's still the man. Were they not?
Yeah, they said he was the starter going into the preseason, and that's the guy.
And then they cut his ass, and then he gets picked. Well, go ahead.
He got put in a perfect situation in Kansas City. Andy Reid, he played under him before, and we all know Andy Reid is the running back whisperer. There have been so many running backs that have played under Andy Reid, and they always shine, whether it be Jamal Charles, whether it be LeSean McCoy, whether it be the guys that back up these guys. Spencer Ware played good when Charles went down. Running backs always thrive in his system. I expect McCoy, if he's healthy, I don't think he's going to get the bulk of the carries, but he's going to be very effective for that Chiefs offense. I think it's a great pickup for a team that's in contention to win a Super Bowl. I think it was a very underrated pickup by the Chiefs. I think it's a great move.
Yeah, of course. I mean, LeSean McCoy, he's reuniting with Andy Reid, who coached him in Philadelphia.
And he knows how to use them. And great years under Andy.
With Devin Singletary. You're talking about a guy who's 5'7", 200 pounds. He's a small dude, but he's powerful, though.
He is very powerful.
I'll tell you. And a guy that was a small dude, very powerful, that worked well was Maurice Jones-Drew. He's similar build to him.
Very true.
Maurice Jones-Drew was a bull, though. But, I mean, I don't like the move by the Bills. I mean, I don't know, in terms of the contracts, I don't know how much they save by doing this. But the Bills lacked weapons to begin with. They revamped that offensive line. I thought Shady, if healthy, could have been effective there, and
right.
I think they could miss.
Yeah,
I don't agree with the. I don't agree with the cut. I mean,
two
maybe they had a
guys
reason to do it.
Yeah, and Frank Gore now, who's very old, and Devin Singletary.
Yes.
Outside of that, you don't have anything else. Like Chris said, LeSean McCoy, he's a guy who can catch the ball. He's still got some elusive moves in him. He's 31 years old.
Yeah,
but he still can make some
got
plays.
some moves.
And I think he would have been a great weapon for Josh Allen, like Chris was saying.
And what I'm more worried about with Singletary, like, I loved his running. When I saw him out there running the ball, catching the ball, he looked phenomenal. I'm not going to lie. But, like you said, he's 5'7", 200 pounds. Think about the pass blocking. That's more concerning when you have a young quarterback behind center. Pass blocking. And we already said their line could be a little bit better, right? It's okay, but I'm nervous about that.
Now, here's the thing I'm not nervous about. Chris, Sean, as you particularly know,
yes,
in our fantasy drafts, we're at about 14 leagues this year.
Yes, we are.
I picked up Devin Singletary in like half the leagues. Sean, you picked him up in like the other half. So, hey, those leagues that I have Devin Singletary, including our money league, I got Devin Singletary, and I'm like, yes! Yes!
Let me ask you this, though. Let me ask you, Devin Singletary's value definitely goes up. Do you think Frank Gore's value goes up?
No.
Now, you think he stays the same?
Not in fantasy, man.
Yeah.
He might get a couple carries here and there. He might siphon off a couple touchdowns, but not consistently enough to really make an impact.
Right. Yeah, and now LeSean McCoy, what's his impact going to be with the Kansas City Chiefs? Like Chris was saying, he's in a perfect situation with Andy Reid and that high-octane offense and everything like that.
Yep.
But what about Damian Williams and Darwin Thompson, who a lot of people were picking up in fantasy?
Darwin, yeah.
Yeah, people were like, hey, maybe he could eventually be the guy.
Yeah.
But how do you think that's going to affect those two guys, man?
I just think it adds to the offense. I still think they'll all be effective. I don't know the volume for each individual running back, but we all know Andy Reid knows how to use his running back. He always has, and it's just more weapons for Pat Mahomes. I think they're going to – I already thought they were going to be fine without Kareem Hunt. Now I'm assured that they will be. That offense will be just what it was last year.
Yeah.
I don't know if Mahomes is going to throw 50 touchdowns, but they're going to be they're going to be the best offensive football.
Well, I know.
I pretty strongly believe that.
I saw a report come out that they were like, them signing LeSean McCoy is kind of weird because everybody thought Damian Williams was for sure the starter, and like you said, Darwin Thompson right behind him. Like, how much confidence does he have in his running back room if he goes out and signs a 31-year-old back? And then he says that he feels like LeSean McCoy still has it. He's an RB1, and now, obviously, I think it's going to take him a little bit to get acclimated with the offense. But
yeah, because Eddie Reid said, as of today, he says Damian Williams will be the starter come Sunday versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. As far as Shady McCoy goes, he says, hey, listen, this is a different offense than the one that we ran together in Philadelphia. There's some things that are similar, but for the most part, it's different.
Yeah.
He's a sharp kid, he said about LeSean McCoy. He still got some, ability left in him, so he should pick up things quickly. But he says as far as the Shady McCoy goes, we'll see how it goes.
So that just leaves so much in the air.
Right.
Now, we do have a $4.99 donation from Sean Bozeman.
Yeah.
And he was asking, can Jacoby Brissett thrive in Indy since Luck retired?
All right, so let's move on to Jacoby Brissett, who just got an extension from the Indianapolis Colts today, and he gets a 2-year, $30 million extension.
Not bad.
And the Colts also got Brian Hoyer on a 3-year, $12 million
Get a
deal.
veteran behind him, yeah.
So, Chris, what do you think about Jacoby Brissett?
I mean, Jacoby Brissett has shown in the past he's a okay quarterback. I think 2 years ago he played for the Colts pretty much the whole year. The year Luck went down. They went 4-11. I think he threw 13 touchdowns, 7 picks in 15 games. But this is a much different situation. That team in 2017 had no offensive line. Now you're coming into a team that has arguably the best offensive line. Frank Reich's a much better head coach than who they had. So I think he's set up better to succeed. He's never going to be a quarterback that puts the team on his back like Andrew Luck was. So the team definitely takes a step back. But I think Brissett could be an efficient quarterback who won't lose games for you. He could be a game manager.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. The situation is completely different from when he last had the reins. He was 2017. And this is one of the best all-around teams, the Indianapolis Colts. I think people are still sleeping a little on their defense a little bit. Yeah. Some people are. But that offensive line, one of the most talented, maybe it is the best in the NFL.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sean. I mean, Dallas Cowboys are still right up there. But, yeah, I mean, Indianapolis Colts, they have a ton of weapons, the coaching staff and everything. I think Jacoby Brissett will be just fine. I don't think the Colts are just going to be tossed out, just because Andrew Luck is gone. Yeah. Andrew Luck made them a Super Bowl contender, going into the season.
Yes.
Jacoby Brissett, he's still a really good quarterback, and we'll see how much he has an impact with the Indianapolis Colts. Yeah. They could still be a playoff team.
They could be. That's what we said last week. I mean, none of us picked that, but they definitely could be. They play in a really tough division. That's the problem. The Jaguars are pretty good. The Titans are a little better than I think a lot of people think, and the Texans, of course. So it's a tough division without Luck. Yeah. It's it's going to be a tough feat to make the playoffs, but they definitely could. They have the pieces. They have an improved defense from a couple of years ago. They have the best offensive line, a good head coach. They have some weapons. They're a team that could win 9 or 10 games if the ball bounces in their way in a couple of games.
Yeah, because the only thing that you got to be concerned about is that when you have a quarterback like Andrew Luck, this guy could go out there and make the plays in the fourth quarter to win you that game. He can make that comeback drive. How confident are we in Jacoby Brissett that he could do that? I'm not sure if we've seen that enough yet. Like we could.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. I'm not picking him to go to.
Yeah, that's like my biggest concern going into the with Jacoby Brissett. Can he go out there and make those necessary plays in the fourth quarter when you're down by 14 going into the fourth quarter, right? Like you're gonna get the opportunities. Can you capitalize on them, right? Andrew Luck will go out there and he made that fourth quarter drive and win you that game,
right?
And he's got the tools, Jacoby. Like y'all said, he's got the tools.
I mean, he's got T.Y. Hilton. He's got Paris Campbell, who they just drafted.
Ebron. We have
Jack
Doyle. I love their pieces. Yeah.
Devin Funchess.
Yeah, they got a nice team. Yeah. What's the running back they got over there again?
Marlon Mack and Hines.
Marlon Mack. Yeah, Marlon Mack was a good running back last year. They got pieces.
Now, here's the thing. I want to ask you, do you guys own T.Y. Hilton in fantasy in any leagues?
I think I might own him in one.
No? I don't.
I have to check.
I own him in one league.
I think I own one.
How worried are you now since the retiring of Andrew Luck with T.Y. Hilton? What do you guys expect?
Very.
Honestly,
you're very worried?
Hilton, okay. I'm not.
No?
Yeah. Because
I'm a little worried.
I'm a little worried.
I'm going to tell you why I'm worried.
Okay.
If you look at T.Y. Hilton, throughout his whole career, he's been a fairly inconsistent receiver, meaning he might give you a week where he gets you 160 yards. The next week, he might get you 20. And when he didn't play with Luck, he was like that even more so. Like, he would have one huge game and then 7 bad ones. Like, I would stay far away from I am not a fan of Hilton with Luck not there.
Well, I look at it like this. That was before Frank Reich, right? So
that's fair.
I think that they have a good offense line that's going to allow him. He's a good route runner, T.Y. Hilton. He's going to get open. Now, the problem was getting him the ball, right? I think he's still going to get routes. I think they're going to get the ball out of Jacoby Brissett's hands quick, and when he throws. So it's going to be a lot of yards after the catch for T.Y. Hilton. I think out of anybody else, he's going to be okay. I think he's going to get his catches. Now, is he going to have huge 3-touchdown games like he used to or 2-touchdown games? Probably not unless he breaks a couple for big. But I still think he'll get his catches. Mm-hmm. Maybe not as many yards and touchdowns.
Yeah, I think he went from a wide receiver 2 to like a flex option for me.
Probably, but I think he still has potential to be up there. This just depends on the offense that they build.
Yeah, we'll see. And Hell Lord with a $2 donation comes in and says, "This motherfucker Chris, here's some advice. Go away."
And it has begun.
Right. Hi, Hell Lord. Mwah! I love you.
Good job, Hell Lord. Keep doing it. We got $1.99 from Eric Martinez. Thoughts on Texans? Well,
okay. Well, Eric Martinez, thank you so much for the donation. Thank you, Hell Lord, for the donation as well.
Yes.
So, okay, moving on to the Houston Texans, and there's a lot to talk about here with the Houston Texans. Texans making some moves.
Yes.
All right, Jadeveon Clowney. They've been waiting on him. Now he has been traded to the Seattle Seahawks, and here's what the Texans get. They traded away Jadeveon Clowney, and the Texans, they get a 2020 third-round pick, as well as a couple of players, a couple of linebackers. Who gives a fuck about these guys? But Clowney is gone. He's in Seattle. And I think that Houston paid $7 million of his signing bonus. Seattle, they will pay $8 million remaining of his salary.
Yep.
Do you like this move, Jadeveon Clowney, going to Seattle? Who won this one?
I'll tell you what. I really like the other move. that the Texans made, even though they gave up a lot. But I like the pieces they brought in. This move, I mean, they're kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because he's a rental, technically. You don't know he's going to stay in your team after this year. So how much could you expect to get? Getting a third-round pick, it's probably about as good as they could have done. And I really like the move for Seattle. Seattle definitely needed that pass rush. We were talking before we went live. They were a team that is kind of a fringe playoff team, and this is the type of move that could really put them in contention to compete in the West.
Right. Now, Jadeveon Clowney, I mean, career in 5 seasons. This is going to be his 6th coming up. In 5 seasons, he has 29 sacks, 5 forced fumbles, and 151 solo tackles. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler. He was franchise tagged in March. He did not sign his franchise tag, so the Texans decided to trade him. He was looking for some big-time money. And like Chris just said, he's probably going to be just a 1-year rental for Seattle. And I like this move for Seattle because now this beefs up their D-line, the pass rush. You got Jadeveon Clowney on the opposite end of Zeke Elliott.
Yeah.
Now, the interior line, D-line, is still a work in progress.
Yeah.
Now, Jaron Reed, who is probably the only guy that I can think of that's next in line for a big contract from the Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah.
He's on a 6-game suspension for violating conduct policy, so he's not going to come back until week 7.
Yeah.
But when he does, this front 7, especially this D-line, it's going to be pretty damn good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Looking at this trade, Clowney's a monster. He's a big dude, athletic. He can make plays. The only issue with him in his whole career has always been injuries, right? First couple of years, he's always banged up. So I would like this trade more if they got like a 2nd-rounder out of him. But just the injury concerns and plus the no guarantee that he's going to resign. Because they can't resign him right now. They can't extend him at all. Because that franchise tag was put on and they had to get a deal done by a certain time. Not he has to play under the franchise tag. So there's no way for Seattle to be able to extend him now at all. So you have to wait and see and hope he likes it in Seattle. And you better baby him if you're Seattle. But Seattle didn't give up that much. A 3rd-rounder for this guy?
No, that's not.
I think they won that trade.
I think it's worth the risk.
It's worth the risk. You're giving up a 3rd-round pick for a chance to compete potentially for a Super Bowl. Break right. So it's worth the risk.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at your own division in the NFC West. The Rams, good front 7, good defense overall.
Yeah.
The San Francisco 49ers, very underrated defense, and could be one of the best front 7s in the NFL heading into this year.
Could be.
So, yeah, it puts them up there.
Yeah, and this is like one of those situations where Houston was, like you said, in a hard and rock place. It's like this guy was not going to play for you, and he wouldn't sign unless you trade him to a team he wanted to, right? They had a deal in place to go to Miami, and he's like, nope, I'm not signing the tag until you give me a team I want to go to. So they were pretty much, their hands were tied behind their backs. They couldn't probably get what they wanted. Seattle had all the leverage.
Yeah, so I like the move.
It's a really good fit there, I think.
Yeah,
really
I like
good
the
fit
move
there
for both teams.
Yeah.
Like you guys were saying, Houston didn't really have much of a choice. He wasn't going to play this year. We thought he was going to get traded this whole entire time. I was thinking maybe the Redskins, they do like a trade where they get Trent Williams, they send Jadeveon Clowney. But and it's a great move for the Seattle Seahawks. Even if it's just a 1-year rental, like Chris said, it's worth the risk. So I like that move. Now, to the other move that the Houston Texans made, the trade with the Miami Dolphins. The Texans, they are receiving Laremy Tunsil, the tackle, as well as Kenny Stills, a 2020 4th-round pick, a 2020, one in 2021, and a 2021 2nd-round pick. So Miami, for the next 2 years, are going to have 2 first-round picks.
Shit.
Chris, who won that trade?
It's a lot to give up, no doubt about it. Right, 2 first-round. Now, Grant, they're going to be late first-round picks more than likely. Texans are probably going to be a good football team. Tunsil is getting better every year. This guy, before the whole pot mask came out, when he had the Darth Vader mask-looking thing in that draft, he was going to be the number 1 overall pick, or top 2 or 3, and he dropped because of it. Very talented player, and he's getting better every year. He's still in his rookie contract. I love this pickup for the Texans. Everybody knows they need protection for Watson. The guy's gotten killed his entire career. They beefed that up. They drafted an offensive lineman in the 1st round this year, so they've definitely improved their biggest weakness. So by that standpoint, I think this makes the Texans a potential Super Bowl contender with their improvement on the offensive line. I'm not picking them, but they've shored up that weakness big time in this trade. And Kenny Stills is a really good fit as well, especially being that Will Fuller is an injury-prone wide receiver. I like, in terms of this year's team, it's a great move. Now you're giving up a lot. 2 first-round picks and a 2nd-round pick is a lot. But it's because you're getting a franchise lineman on a cost-effective deal in Tunsil and a good wide receiver. So I think much like the other trade, I think both teams won. I would say on paper the Texans probably lost, but if Tunsil helped you win a Super Bowl, contend for a Super Bowl over the next 2 or 3 years, it was worth it.
I completely agree with that. I mean, you look at this move and you go, ooh, they gave up all them picks.
A lot.
But they fucking need a Laremy Tunsil.
They do.
This year, dude, before this move, I've been saying Deshaun Watson, he could be the number 1 quarterback for fantasy. He's an MVP candidate. And now that he's got a guy like Tunsil on the line, I love it. And they could, I think to me, they are a team that could go all the way to the Super Bowl. They're that fucking good, barring any injuries.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, they gave up a lot, but that investment could be worth it if they win a Super Bowl this year or maybe even next year. Now, with Tunsil, he's going to be owed a contract in a couple of years. So, they got to fucking sign this guy. You need to extend Laremy Tunsil, because if you don't, and you gave up all these picks, and you don't extend him,
then
what the hell are you doing? Remember, they don't have a GM.
Nope. No. Bill O'Brien's making all these moves.
Right.
Now, I love this trade, just like everything y'all said. Laremy Tunsil's drafted first round, 13th pick. I think he was going to go to the Chargers, like 3rd overall that year, until that video came out. Right before the Cowboys. Right. And then they went in, then they draft Joey Bosa besides him. I think. I can't remember. Isn't that the same draft?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. It was Bosa they drafted.
Because Cowboys were interested in Joey Bosa. Thank God we got Zeke, though. Anyways. But no, I think it's a perfect trade if it'll pay off, because let's look at their division rival, which we just talked about, the Colts. You want to go through an Andrew Luck situation? Get this guy always getting hit, banged up. He has 2 ACL injuries in his career.
He's one of the most hit quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. And Andrew Luck went through the same shit for his first, so many years. You don't want to go through that situation. Get some protection for him, and Laremy Tunsil could do it. So I think it pays off in the long run either way, as long as they resign him.
I love it. Between him and I think Titus Howard's the offensive lineman they drafted in the first round this year, if I'm not mistaken. Between those 2 players, now you got 2 very young offensive linemen to protect. They essentially spent 2 first-round picks on the offensive line this year, which was their biggest weakness. And now they've, done a good job of shoring that up. Maybe now they go from one of the worst to maybe average. Yep. And when you have an average offensive line, with the quarterback they have, it's going to make that offense that much better. So I do like what they did.
I love it.
Texans also, they got Carlos Hyde, right?
Oh yeah. They did go out and get Carlos Hyde, so that adds another player in the with Duke Johnson, I guess.
Yeah.
Carlos Hyde's more of a downhill runner, so Duke Johnson's more of a shifty guy, so I can understand that. Apparently they were interested in LeSean McCoy, but obviously he didn't go there.
Right.
So, interesting.
Okay. That's a decent platoon. They got over there.
I think it's manageable. I think it's going to be more passing offense than anything. So
to answer your donation, I like the Texans.
Love it.
I love the Texans this year.
Yeah, love it.
Hello with the 247 with a $5 donation. Sean, Cowboys said they're frustrated with the Zeke situation and they're still far from a deal. Thoughts? All right, Ezekiel Elliott.
Let's get into that.
Sean. No contract yet for Zeke. No contract yet. Week 1 is days away. What the hell are you guys doing? You're going up against the Giants.
I'm not worried about it.
And from what I've read, Sean, they're saying it's not even close. They're saying it's not even close.
No, it's not. Apparently, NFL Network's come out and said that. Yeah, that they're still way apart. But you know what? I'm still optimistic because at least they're fucking talking. Okay? This whole holdout, they haven't been talking. Zeke has been dead quiet, but now they're actually talking with Zeke and having conversation. And once you're having that, at least you can come to terms. At least now you can hear what they want versus what you want and kind of try to find some middle ground. Now, supposedly, from what I've heard, he has to sign by Wednesday to be able to be eligible to play in week 1 because he's got to be able to practice. And pass the physical in practice. So, I'm a little nervous, but from what I've heard, and even I think we heard from Mike Fisher, who's the Dallas Cowboys guy, he said that they're going to get this deal done by tomorrow, which is Tuesday. That's what he thinks. And he said he's going to play week 1. Now, Mike Fisher is like the guy when it comes to Cowboy stuff in Dallas. He's the local guy. Everybody talks to him. He's inside everybody. He's got the inside source for every Cowboy stuff. So I'm putting my faith in Mike Fisher, and I'm praying And I'm still nervous though. I'm still nervous. I am nervous, but
I'm praying that he's wrong. Because we're playing you guys week 1, and I know as well as anybody. Without him, you guys are a much different offense. Obviously, you guys still have that great offensive line, and Pollard's look good in the preseason, but you guys are a much different offense if he doesn't play. And, obviously the Giants would have a much better chance of winning that football game.
I agree. Pains for me to say it.
A much better chance.
Yes.
But I'm still going to go with Dallas.
I'm probably still going to go Dallas too. But I'm looking at it like this. I think a deal will get done because from what I've been told, or what we've been reading about, both parties want him here. Like, even Zeke says, apparently Zeke and his party, his camp, want to play week 1. He doesn't want to miss games. So when both parties want the same thing, even if they're far apart, they usually will find some common ground by the time they have to. Because I just don't see it not happening, you know? Like, if you want it to happen, people find a way to make it happen. And as long as both parties want it to happen.
I have Zeke in 1 league.
I got
1. And I hope he does sign. I guess and he's ready to go against the New York Giants. I have him in the Circle League.
Oh, the Circle. Okay, okay. I only got him in a couple leagues. Only like 2 leagues that I've gotten him in. So it's making me nervous.
Oh. But Chris, I mean, I know you're that's music to your ears. That Ezekiel Elliott, he might not be ready to go week 1. So you say you have a better chance at beating the Dallas Cowboys. How much of a better of a chance?
Well, right now, last I checked, I think the Giants were a 7.5-point underdog. That's probably based off if Zeke is playing. If Zeke were not to play, I guess it would drop by 3 points. I would guess it'd be about a 4.5, 5-point spread. Obviously, a much better chance. Zeke is their whole offense, and I think if I'm the defensive coordinator, James Betcher, I change my entire defensive philosophy if Zeke does not play the game. If Zeke's in the game, you have to stuff the box because he's a downhill runner, tough runner. You got to put men in the box, and it makes Dak's job much easier. If Pollard's the running back, I change my strategy completely. I make Pollard beat me. I play my defensive players back, and I try to limit what Dak can do in the pass game. So I think it would change the Giants' defensive strategy entirely, and I give the Giants a much better chance to win that football game.
And I hate to say it, that's true. I think it'll be a lot closer of a game without Zeke in there. I'm still confident in our defense, and I'm still confident in our offensive line. And Amari Cooper, he's coming back. He's already practicing. Tyron Smith and Zach Martin, who pretty much sat out all preseason with back injuries, they're practicing. So pretty much all those guys that were sitting out, that were injured, they're going to play. They're all scheduled to play by week 1. Pretty much the only guy we're missing is Zeke. And that's good news. Going into the first game, you never want to have any major injuries. So right now we're good. You just got to get Zeke. Mm-hmm. So I think it's going to be a lot closer of a game. Y'all still Saquon Barkley, obviously. So it's just going to be interesting because it does affect our defense having no Zeke. That means how are we going to be able to extend the drives like we used to be able to with Zeke? Can Zeke get those 2 yards?
Yep.
Can Tony Pollard get those 2 or 3 yards on third down running the ball when y'all know we're going to run the ball? So
to me, this game is simple. If the Giants want to have any chance to win, they have to get out to the early lead. Dallas does not like to play from behind. If you look at most of their losses, they're trailing at halftime. They like to be in control of the game. Giants have to get out to the early lead. They have to control the clock with Saquon Barkley and keep the defense fresh. If the Giants are able to do that, they got a shot to win the game.
Yeah. All right, but what do you guys think? Zeke will be signed by Wednesday? I'm expecting it. I'm expecting it. Sean, he's going to show up to my job, and we're going to record that video when Zeke signs, right? That's going to happen?
Yes, it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I'm going to play him week 1 in my fantasy league.
It better.
And so let us know what you guys think about that. And then without Zeke, do you think the New York Giants can get a victory there week 1? Take advantage of that situation.
But we chug a lot of beers if he doesn't.
We have a $4.99 donation from Tex Ags Texans, our boy EJ. What's up, you beautiful sons of bitches? Josh, I got your back when the Bears beat them boys. Have a good stream. Thank you so much, EJ.
That's some weeks away. Let's not talk about that yet, okay?
And we have a couple of donations from our boy Bobby Woodruff.
Yes.
Bobby from Vermont.
What's
he
up,
says,
Bobby?
Hi, Sports Fury. Hi, Chris. I love you guys.
We love you too, buddy. I think we had one more from LA Lou, by the way.
LA Lou.
Did you get that one by any chance? I'm not sure if you got it.
Shoot.
I think I was asking if we're gonna be taking calls today. Maybe, not sure.
We'll see how it goes.
See how the stream goes, buddy.
Thank you guys so much for being in here. What's up, QC? What's up, Crazy Mofo? Ghost Skittle? What's up, Kate Berry? How you doing? Jason Morgan, Meme God's here. T-Web's in the house.
T-Web.
We got another donation from Hell Lord.
Oh my
Says, Colin
God.
Cowherd predicted my Saints to go 8-8. Might have found someone I hate more than Chris.
Thank you so much, buddy, for the donation, man. Dude, 8-8, man. Don't listen to that shit.
How you like that, Chris?
Don't listen to that shit.
8. Well, first off, I always reciprocate hate with love. So I absolutely love you, Lord. Thank you for showing so much love. I do appreciate it. But as far as what Cowherd said, it's ridiculous. The Saints are at least bare minimum a 10-win team. Yeah. There's no way they go 8-8, unless they sustain a lot of injuries. But you can't predict that before the season starts. It's ridiculous. Saints are the favorite to come out of the NFC right now.
And LA Lou did have a $2 donation. What's up, guys? You gonna take calls later?
Okay, making sure.
LA Lou, we'll take your call, LA Lou, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, it's LA Lou. Hello 247. Thank you so much once again for that donation. And Brandon Rogers Sports Talk Channel. Chris, you were telling us before the stream that he's starting to make videos now.
Nice.
He has a $1 donation.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did.
Thank you so much, Brandon.
Yeah, and guys, everybody that's tuning in, thank y'all so much for hanging out with us. Make sure you smash that like, hit that share button, guys.
Cushmaster says, stand up. I ain't standing up. I'll stand up and go use the restroom here in a second. But let's talk about another trade that Miami Dolphins made.
Oh, yeah.
The Miami Dolphins trading with the New Orleans Saints. Ooh. Saints get Kiko Alonso. Kiko Alonso. Do you guys like that trade, Chris?
It's a nice pick. It's a nice pickup for the Saints.
Yeah.
Add some linebacker depth. I don't think it's a game breaker, but it's a nice pickup.
Do you guys hate Kiko Alonso?
I do.
He's kind of a dirty player.
He's a very dirty player.
Remember we were streaming that game with Thursday Night Football
on Joe Flacco?
He hit Joe Flacco in the head.
Dude, that was fucked up, man. I don't like Kiko. I think he's a very dirty player. Very dirty. But he's a good line. He's very athletic, and that's what you want in a linebacker. A very athletic guy, can cover a running backs. So not bad player, just smart-wise, not so much.
Hey, Hot Take Hockey's in here.
Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Hot Take? He's in here. What's up, man? How's it going?
HDH, what's going on, my man? What's going on, Cushmaster? Thank you for tuning in as well. But yeah, I think it's a good pickup. You know, I don't know. What did they give up for Kiko?
They got Vince Beagle. That's Beagle. I don't know how to say his name. Something like that.
It seems like the Dolphins are just completely tanking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Dolphins are completely done. And I saw an article that if they don't get the number 1 overall pick, they can have the assets to trade up to the number 1 overall pick. Now, that's and I started thinking about that. Okay, what if they do get the number 1 overall pick? What are they going to do with it? Are they going to go quarterback?
How bad do you... Well, that's what I was going to say. How bad do you feel for Josh Rosen? Josh Rosen last year gets put in a situation in Arizona where they can't block. Then he gets traded to the Miami Dolphins. And you say, this is a bad situation to begin with. Now they trade away Tunsil, his protection. He's got no weapons. They get rid of Kenny Stills. So he's got nobody over there. So how can you expect this guy to succeed? Why would you even trade for the guy if you're not going to set him up for success? His confidence is already shattered over last year. It's only going to get worse this year. I don't understand why. If you're going to do what they're doing, why did you trade to acquire Josh Rosen in the first place? Makes no sense.
It really made no sense for them to trade for Josh Rosen. It really doesn't, because at this point it's looking like they're going to probably have the number 1 overall pick. Or
I know, like, just throw them. Like, you traded for him. Throw the motherfucker out there. Let's see what he could do.
But now they're starting Ryan Fitzpatrick, and he's not even starting.
And you know what's going to happen with Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's going to look amazing week 1 and week 2. And then the Fitzmagic is going to run out.
It's going to fizzle.
Just throw
Josh
Rosen out there. Yeah. Jesus Christ.
I
feel bad for the guy. He didn't have a fair shake in Arizona. He had nothing going on from there. And he's in here in Miami. They're in a complete rebuild mode.
Yeah. I got a team for you. Josh Rosen next year. Indianapolis Colts. What do you think?
Oh, dude, I would fucking love that.
I would
Josh
like
Rosen
that.
to the Colts?
Dude, I like it. Great offensive line. Got weapons. That could be an option. Jacoby Brissett's only signed for a 2-year contract, so...
Colts, make it happen now.
Colts, I'd say they're going to give it a shot with Brissett this year. See how it goes. If it doesn't work out, they'll trade for Rosen next year.
Ghost Kiddo says, #free Rosen.
For real.
Hashtag free.
Just give
throw
them
it.
an opportunity. Like I feel
A
like
real opportunity.
Cardinals, worst offensive line, worst offensive period. 32 and 32. I don't think I've seen a team 32 and 32 in both categories. That's ridiculous. Like they were just trash. So
Yeah.
oh, I feel bad for him. And we got another $5 donation, Josh.
From Hellord247 says, it's just depth for, I think he'll only get it to give DeMario Davis or Alonso a breather.
I can't say his last name. Yeah. So that's their two linebackers. So yeah, I guess Kiko's a more depth move. He's not going to start. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Not a big impact.
It's not like a game changer, you know?
Oh, okay. Another news that broke out today. N'Keal Harry of the not Indianapolis Colts, the New England Patriots, who they drafted, who there was a lot of big expectations for. This guy's going to be damn good. And he went on IR today with an ankle injury, so he's going to be gone at least 8 weeks. What do you guys make of that?
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, that was a guy a lot of people before training camp started was projecting to be the rookie of the year potentially. And the Patriots are pretty thin at that wide receiver spot to begin with. Obviously, they have Edelman. They got some veterans, but Gordon, but I think Harry would have thrived this year in his rookie season. Obviously, that's not going to be the case now. Bad luck there for the Patriots. But you know how Belichick is. They're going to find somebody. They every game they have a different game plan. I wouldn't be worried too much as a Patriot fan. It just sucks for Harry.
Yeah, I was huge on Harry. I drafted him in at least 3 or 4 of my leagues. I was like, okay, this guy's got potential. I think he could have a great season. Edelman's injury prone, so he'll probably get a lot of looks, Harry. But yeah, this just sucks.
It is terrible. It's absolutely terrible, man. Yeah. And hopefully when he comes back in the second half of the season, he looks great. But I'm not going to lie. I drafted Josh Gordon in a lot of leagues.
That's true. It worked out.
And I'm loving it right now. I mean, he's going to get even more volume.
I tell you, Josh Gordon was great for them last year before, he got kicked off the team again, but he was really good for them in the limited action he had last year.
I think they showed a stat. I know this is obviously a very small sample, but Josh Gordon averages more yards per catch with Tom Brady. That's the highest yards per catch for a receiver with Tom Brady.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So
even more so than Randy Moss that year.
What's that?
Even more so than Randy Moss that year.
Yeah, apparently, per catch. Like Randy Moss probably caught a bunch of out routes and short ones. Then he had some big ones, but Josh Gordon used more downfield.
Do you think Josh Gordon has a 1,000-yard season this year?
If he stays off the weed, he has all the tools.
Stay off the weed.
Yeah. Stay off the kush.
Or with Bobby Woodruff would say, stay off the kush.
Yeah, Bobby. There you go.
I'll say this: if he stays off the weed, I would say that yes, he will get a 1,000.
I don't see why not. But obviously he hasn't played that much football over the years, so let's see how he can handle a full workload season-wise.
Yeah.
That's going to be the biggest question for me because he hasn't played a full season in how long? Shit. So that's going to be the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think? Do you guys think Josh Gordon can have a 1,000-yard season? And have you drafted him in any of your fantasy leagues? Yeah. Not if you're playing against me in any of these leagues because I drafted him as much as I could.
Oh, he really did. I was trying to draft him, but you drafted him a round earlier than I was going to. And I was like, damn it, Josh.
Alpha Evie comes in with a $5 donation. Thanks so much, Alpha Evie, who is a Raiders fan. He says, thoughts on your guys' 53-man roster, cuts, waivers you didn't like from your prospective teams? Well, Alpha Evie, to speak on the Chicago Bears, I really wanted to have Ryan Nall, who looked pretty good during the preseason, who was a running back. But we ended up signing Kerrith White. And another surprising move that we made, we cut Jonathan Bullard. He was a former third-round pick for us. We cut him.
Third rounders?
Yeah.
They don't usually get cut like that.
So I was a little surprised by that move, but I trust in what Matt Nagy's doing and Ryan Pace. But overall, how I think about the 53-man roster, I fucking love it. And I am, for anyone who's wondering, I am confident in Eddie Pinheiro. I know everyone saw the thing on Twitter where he missed that extra point, but you guys aren't talking about the 58-yard fucking field goal that he made and all the. He was great in the preseason. He was great at training camp. Yeah. I love the 53-man roster for the Chicago Bears. What about you, Chris?
Yeah, New York. Obviously, I'm a Giants fan. If he doesn't know, the Giants 53-man roster. I mean, obviously, we're not the most talented team in the league. We're very young. Have a lot of youth on the team. Wasn't a ton of surprises. There were a few. Most Giant fans were very upset. It's a minor thing to be upset about. but most Giants fans were upset that we did not keep Kyle Lauletta and favored Alex Tanney over him as the third quarterback. Lauletta then hit the open market, and he signed with the Philadelphia Eagles, our arch rival. So a lot of Giants fans did not like that. Lauletta had a much better preseason. The Giants kept Tanney because he has more experience to teach the young quarterback on the sideline. That's the only reasonable explanation with Daniel Jones there on the sideline. The running back position kind of went as I expected. Perkins and, Rod Smith did make the team. They went with Perkins and Gallman, kind of what I expected with the backup running backs. Alonzo Russell was a fan favorite. He ended up making the 53-man roster, and then the very next day, the Giants cut him. So that was Giants fans were not happy about that as well. Other than that, not a lot of shockers. Nate Stupar made the team. A lot of Giants fans weren't happy about that, but overall, not a lot of shockers. Those were, some minor shocks, but overall, what I expected.
Now, what do you think about Gallman? I know some Giants fans don't like him. Do you like him?
Gallman has the thing with Gallman, he very rarely has negative plays. He fumbles. He has fumbling problems. But he's kind of a plotting running back that's usually going to get you at least 2-3 yards a carry. He's a good short yardage back if he can hold on to the football. Perkins is going to be more of that scat back. He's a good pass catcher out of the backfield. But I think Gallman could be a solid backup, spelling Barkley from time to time.
With my Cowboys, there was not really any surprises. We already pretty much knew what our roster was going to be like. The only thing that sucks is that there was that guy that we drafted last year that I was huge on. You remember Cedric Wilson? Mm-hmm. We let him go. And he was a late rounder. He wasn't a high draft pick or anything like that. But I was really huge on this guy. But he's been hurt. He got hurt last year in the first week of the preseason. I can't remember if he broke his leg or tore his ACL. It was a leg injury. So he's out all year. And then I think the second week of preseason, he hurt his shoulder, if I recall correctly. So I feel like they're like, this guy is a late round pick. I don't think they can invest in a guy that keeps getting hurt, right? And so they let him go. But this guy's got a lot of potential if he can stay healthy. That's the only guy I wanted to stick around, but that they cut. But besides that, everything that we let go was pretty much what we needed to. Mm-hmm. So, and we let go Rolando McClain, who decided to unretire out of nowhere. That guy.
Okay. Roberto Hernandez in the chat says, Josh, what do you think of the Cody extension? Of course, he's talking about Cody Whitehair.
Not Cody Barkley?
Fuck no. Hell no. Cody Whitehair signs an extension worth $52 million, 5 years. I love it, Roberto Hernandez. We need that offensive line. Cody Whitehair is one of the centerpieces there. Yeah. So I love the move. I was very excited for him. And Trubisky himself, he came out on Twitter and he says, I feel like I just got paid. Yeah. Because Cody Whitehair is amazing. Yeah. So I love it.
Yeah. It's a great move to protect Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing more important to a young quarterback than to have a sound offensive line.
Exactly.
But once again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys smack that like button. We have 192 people up in here, so let's have at least 192 likes. Yeah. And if you're not subscribed to the Entertainah Talking Sports yet, go subscribe to him right now. The link's in the description box down below.
We do have a $2 donation from Hell Lord. Oh, God.
What did he say?
You ready for this one, Chris? It says, Chris starts talking and Josh walks away. Can't blame you.
I had to take a piss. Doctson, he signs with the Minnesota Vikings on a one-year deal. Of course, they cut Laquan Treadwell.
Got him out of there. And remember, Treadwell was supposed to be like the next Dez?
I didn't get why the Redskins cut this guy to begin with.
I didn't get it either.
I mean, they have no weapons on that team to begin with at the wide receiver position. Doctson, not that he's been great. He's been a letdown, first-round pick, but he's had over 500 yards receiving each of the last 2 years. He's a good red zone target. He gets up and catches a lot of 50-50 balls. I wanted the Giants to go out and try to acquire this guy. Still very young, was a great talent out of TCU. Didn't make any sense to me why the Redskins cut this guy.
When I heard that they cut Doctson, here's my reaction. Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are to cut Doctson? He was a nice player.
I don't understand it, man. I think we all agree that I think Dwayne Haskins is probably going to take over that role pretty soon, halfway through the year. Case Keenum's going to just flop. Mm-hmm. But you're taking I don't understand these teams are getting rid of their weapons for these young players. Like Miami got rid of Kenny Stills and getting rid of that offensive line. Same thing for Redskins. Why? It was already a weak receiving core. Why get rid of the only guy that was actually decent? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I didn't get that move at all. I know maybe he was not happy there, but I don't get it. Yeah. He must have had some trade value.
Right.
I mean, the Giants just got a 7th-round pick, B.J. Goodson, for God's sake. You tell me you can't get something for a young, talented receiver?
Ghost Skittle says it was an awful move. He's bad. Well, who has been his quarterback? I mean, what real real opportunities has he really had? I think he's a good wide receiver, and I think going to Minnesota, he could do pretty damn good there, and it pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
And even if he's not that good, he's at least as good as what they got there. Who's their most proven wide receiver? They got nobody.
Exactly. Who do you think you are, Washington? What do you got? What do you got over there? What other receivers you got over there?
They have literally nothing else.
You know what? A report came out today talking about Redskins and Darius Geis, and they said that Gruden said that Geis will be the offense. The offense will run through him. Well, no shit.
They have nothing else to do.
Yeah.
Like, who else are they going to feed the ball to? Goodness gracious.
Right.
Yeah, I feel bad. I feel bad.
Oakland Raiders. They cut Keelan Doss. Have you been watching Hard Knocks, Chris?
I didn't watch the last 2 episodes. I saw the first
Well, even if
two.
you didn't watch Hard Knocks,
Yeah.
you probably heard about Keelan Doss, the wide receiver for the Oakland Raiders. He's had a very nice training camp, great preseason, and he gets cut by them, and he ends up signing with the Jacksonville Jaguars practice squad. Great move for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yeah.
But I want to know how this guy didn't make the team, considering like he was one of their best playmakers of the preseason.
They literally were talking about this guy.
What more could he have done to
I
get
don't
his
know.
roster spot?
Literally, Gruden kept saying, I want to see this guy. Put him in. And then, we're going to let him go. What? Like, this guy was making plays.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't understand it.
I don't get it.
And he's a hometown guy.
Fan favorite. Yeah.
You know, not that this is going to be much of a hometown
Not
longer.
too much longer.
Yeah.
Just at least a year.
But that was really surprising to me, and I just want to say I disagree with that move.
Knock on wood if you agree.
Great move for Jacksonville.
Yeah.
If I'm a Jacksonville Jaguars fan, if I'm UCF, I'm like, damn.
I'm loving it.
I got a nice little young piece there. He's on the practice squad. I think eventually he makes that roster.
Yeah. I'm actually now really wanting to watch Hard Knocks this week. I can't wait till it comes out on Tuesday and we record because I want to see what was their mindset behind all that. It just dumbfounds me.
If they get rid of Darren Waller, I'm done with the Raiders. I'm done with them. They get rid of Darren Waller. We got a $5 donation from HellLord247. I feel at this point it wouldn't be right to be nice to Chris, even if I wanted to. Hashtag Chris sucks. Hashtag Team Sean.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think he loves Chris. Not likes.
I think I love HellLord.
Chris loves HellLord.
No.
I think they're gonna become best
Hell
friends.
Lord loves me. He's Team Sean.
I'm gonna make a bold prediction, guys. I know sometimes we like to have hot takes. I think in 2 months, maybe 3, HellLord will be a member of Team Chris.
No. He's forever Team Sean. He's too. I drafted Alvin Kamara in my money league first overall. He loves me too much for that.
No Name says Darren Waller's our starter. I know that. I know Darren Waller's your starter. He's gonna be.
He better.
He's gonna be one of the most promising pieces going to this year.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if they were to cut him, if they were to somehow get rid of Darren Waller, I would go insane because
I would lose my shit.
I love that dude.
The guy's amazing.
But they do as well.
Yeah.
And what's up? What's up, Jim Pats Liz? How you doing, man? I know the NFL season's back, so here you come back around. And are you ready for the Chicago Bears? Jim, can you say the Bears? He's a Vikings fan, Chris. He's a Vikings fan.
Oh, all right.
Now, check this out. The Jets today, they hired Hines Ward as new offensive assistant. He didn't go to the Steelers.
Not to the Steelers.
He went to the Jets.
Very surprising.
I always liked Hines.
Yeah, Hines Ward he's a tough son of a bitch, man. He was a hard worker. No matter what role you put him in, man. He was one of the best blocking receivers out there.
Yeah.
This guy was I like that move for the Jets. I think that's a great move. So.
Yeah. Him and Anquan Bolden were always those tough, gritty. Those are the 2 toughest wide receivers I think I've ever seen play. I love both those guys.
Yeah.
So, love the move.
Yeah.
Love the move for the Jets.
I can't believe the Steelers didn't go out and get him.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit.
Nathan wants to know, are you guys streaming Thursday? Of course we're streaming.
What kind of question is that?
Season opener.
Is the Pope Catholic? Is the Pope Catholic? Of course.
Exactly.
You know what's funny, though, is we're going to say that everybody knows we stream every Thursday, but yeah, we're still going to get messages Thursday in the morning. Hey, are y'all streaming tonight?
No, we're going to get messages while we're streaming.
Oh, yeah. Hey, are y'all going to stream?
Of course, we will be
You're gonna get
streaming
messages
this
stream.
Thursday when the Bears beat them cheeseheads.
Dude, it's not even my teams, and I'm excited.
No murder face this Thursday, this year. No, we are going to kick that ass. We're going to melt that cheese
For
Thursday night.
For my life's sake, I
we
hope
had,
so.
Josh? What was the bet? What was the bet we had again? Oh, the 49ers division winners and the Packers division winners
Yes,
for me, right?
there he goes.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. That is the bet.
Okay.
And QC, he's welcoming his fellow Vikings fan, Jim Pence-Lewis.
Yeah.
He needs more Vikings fans up in here. QC does. Hello Lord 247 with the all donations. Hashtag Team Sean. Hashtag Loyal. Hashtag Forever. Hashtag AK41.
Hashtag everything. And we got a $10 donation from Alpha Evie. Thank you again, buddy.
Alpha, thank you, man.
He says, we are very competitive at the receiver position. He has great potential, but would likely be stashed in our practice squad. Great move for Doss to move to Jacksonville that's in need of weapons. Wish him the best. So, let's think about the receiving core.
I was going to
What's the
say.
receiving core right now?
Brown and Tyrell
Oakland
Williams
Raiders.
are at the
I'll
top.
pull it up right now.
Pull it up. I got to look at their depth chart. I know they have Tyrell Williams, Antonio Brown. I'm trying to think of all their other pieces.
Yeah, because again, at least put him on the like what Hellor said.
Yeah.
Put him on the practice squad.
Well, probably what happened is that they have to cut him before they can put him on the practice squad, and he has to go through waivers.
Yeah, and that's right, and he got picked up.
Yeah.
So you got Antonio Brown, you got Tyrell Williams,
Yeah.
You got Hunter Renfrow,
Which they drafted. That makes
amazing,
sense,
J.J.
yeah.
Nelson, Dwayne Harris, and Ryan Grant.
See, I can understand that because J.J. Nelson, Dwayne Harris are probably going to be more for returning.
Hunter Renfrow, I'm so high on, man.
Yeah,
I like
he might be
Renfrow.
right, dude. You're looking at this, and I don't think Keelan Doss will get any playing time.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne Harris, J.J. Nelson are the backups. Those guys are for return purposes, special teams. They're going to keep them. And Hunter Renfrow, Tyrell Williams, it makes sense. I still like him, though. It's like, why?
It was just the wrong team for him to be trying to compete on because that's their biggest strength, really, is the wide receiver position.
Crazy Mofo, a Raiders fan, he says, I would have cut Grant and I would have kept Doss. That's exactly what I thought when I was reading the depth chart. I would have cut Grant and I would have kept Doss.
I would have probably done the same thing. A Grant, probably. I'm surprised I kept him.
Yep.
We'll see.
Let's see. All right, so that's pretty much the news of what's been happening since the last time we were live, last Monday.
A lot of news.
So let's go over the Week 1 schedule.
Yeah.
Of course, we're going to be doing a pick-em, which will
Yep.
be out Wednesday. Chris,
Yep.
you're going to be doing some picks as well. You guys make sure you guys check that out.
Mm-hmm.
So, Chris, what are some of the games you're most looking forward to this coming up Sunday? Or this week?
Yeah, I don't have the schedule in front of me, but one game off the top of my head that I think is a really good game. I didn't really agree with the spread. Falcons-Vikings in Minnesota. Falcons getting 4.5. I know Minnesota's a tough place to play, and I think Minnesota probably ekes out that game at home, but I think it's going to be closer than 4.5. I think that's going to be a really good game that I'm looking forward to. I think that's one of the better games on the schedule this week. The Steelers versus Patriots, you got to be pumped up for that game. Your game Thursday night is going to be great. Packers-Bears always is. Great rivalry, one of the classic rivalries in the league. Those are 3 games off the top of my head. Of course, I'm looking forward to the Cowboys-Giants.
Of course.
But yeah, off the top of my head, those are some of the games I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, the Falcons-Vikings, that's going to be a really good game. Vikings at home, they're 3.5 favorites there.
Yep.
That's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see what the Falcons look like. And, of course, I will be rooting for the Falcons to win that game.
I wonder why.
But the Vikings, they have a lot to prove this year.
Yes,
As we talked about in the predictions videos, they made some really solid moves, which I hated to see.
Yeah.
And they have Gary Kubiak over there. So it's going to be a really interesting game as far as coaching.
Tough to
a
pick.
coaching battle right there.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins, he should have some time to actually throw the ball this year.
Yep.
So it's going to be a really interesting game.
It's going to be very
Another one is the Indianapolis Colts at the Los Angeles Chargers.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the Indianapolis Colts, as of right now, the line is Colts are 6.5 underdogs against the Chargers on the road.
Yeah.
But that's a really solid test right out the gate for the Indianapolis Colts to go up against a team like the Chargers.
And the great thing is, the Chargers don't really have much of a home field advantage over there in Pornhub Stadium, as we call it.
Pornhub.
Yeah, so I just don't see much. The Colts could take over that stadium now, so we'll see.
Ghost Gill says the Chargers will destroy. Well, will they?
I was going to say. I
think
think
they
I
will?
think they'll destroy.
I do. I
No
think they're gonna
Derwin
cover that
James.
spread rather
Yeah, there's
easily.
no Derwin James there. You got to also remember that.
Yeah, I think that the Chargers. I think that the Colts still are going to need a few weeks to get adjusted to the new quarterback, and they're playing arguably one of the top 3 or 4 most talented teams in the sport, even without Melvin Gordon, though. But
To me, I think it's
like
more
the Chargers
interesting because I can't wait to see that battle of that front line against the offensive line of the Indianapolis Colts.
Definitely. I see. I can see this
Oh,
game
somebody-
being
that's
very
great.
competitive through most of the game because I don't think there's not much new quarterback. Jacoby Brissett's been playing all preseason, and he's looked pretty damn sharp. So Andrew Luck hasn't played at all.
Yeah.
So it's been Jacoby Brissett with the ones. Now, so I don't think he has too much, to get used to or comfortable with all these guys. I just obviously playing a full game and all that. I think it's going to be competitive for the first 3 quarters. I think the fourth might be where the Chargers pull away. And I think they will cover the spread, but I think it's going to be very competitive.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't think it's going to be a 30-point game. I'll say Chargers by between 10 and 14 points. I don't like the fact that Indianapolis, on top of everything else, is traveling all the way across the country. I got to go Chargers by at least 10. I think they cover the spread.
All right. Let us know what you guys think as well. Mr. Bad Dog Sports is now his channel call. He's in here. Thank you guys so much, Bad Dog, for being in here. We got $2 donation from Hello247. Says, if I donate $100, will a Who Dat chant break out? Yeah, probably not. Probably not.
Bro, unfortunately, no matter what, Hello, we can't do that.
I'll sing the Chicago Bears fight song, though. I can do that.
Yeah.
But
as
Ghost
a fan,
Skittle,
we can't do it.
Ghost Skittle, one of our moderators, shout out to him. He wants to know about this sleeper game, which is the Kansas City Chiefs against the Jacksonville Jaguars on the road. The Chiefs are 3.5 favorites here, Chris. Now, last year, the Chiefs, they took care of the Jacksonville Jaguars very handedly.
Dude, we were there. It was embarrassing.
We thought that defense would at least be. I picked the Chiefs in that game last year.
I picked the
Jags.
Jags.
I thought the Jacksonville Jaguars would make it a very interesting game. That's why we went to the game. Because of that defense. So, what do you see happening in this game? Because Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, I think they're taking a step up this year.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a fun matchup, because like you said, it's strength versus strength. Jaguars definitely project to be one of the better defenses. Chiefs are probably the best offense. On the road, though, in Jacksonville, I think Chiefs are going to win, but I think it'll be a good game. I think it'll be maybe a field goal game, 4 or 5 points. I think it'll be a close game, but I think the Chiefs win. Chiefs are my pick right now to go to the Super Bowl. I like them a lot out of the AFC, and yeah, I'll go Chiefs, but I think it'll be a good game. One of the better games on the docket.
So what I'm nervous about this game is what I remember from last year. First off, they didn't have Leonard Fournette last year. Let's throw that out there for this game. I remember he was out at this point, right? Leonard Fournette? Mm-hmm. What I noticed when we were there, the Jags actually ran pretty damn well against them. I remember that. I remember watching this game, and I saw them running all over the Chiefs, and they were having good success. But then they got away from it and tried to play the Chiefs game. They'll throw the ball and try to do that game. Don't do that. If you're the Jags, don't try to play their game. Run the ball. Keep it away from Patty Mahomes. Don't turn over the ball because they did that a lot in that game last year. Now, I still think the Chiefs are going to win.
Now,
just don't play their game.
Now, here's the most interesting battle that I'm looking forward to, the most interesting matchup. Jalen Ramsey versus Tyreek Hill.
And they said he's going to follow him.
Yes.
All around.
Jalen Ramsey's been talking that shit. Boy, that's what he does. He talks shit.
Yeah, he does.
I'll tell you, Jalen Ramsey's a great cornerback. I think he's a little overrated. Last year, that's all that was being talked about when the Giants played them week 1. I'm going to shut down Beckham, blah, blah. Beckham had like 8 catches, like 120 yards. I think Tyreek Hill will get his numbers against him. I think Tyreek Hill will have at least one touchdown.
That's what Ghost Skittles just said. He'll have at least one touchdown.
I agree. I think Tyreek Hill's too good of a player. And he's utilized in the running game, everything.
Here's another game that I'm really interested in looking forward to watching. Titans versus Browns.
I thought you were going to say
Browns at home,
yeah.
And the Browns are 5.5 favorites. I think people are sleeping on the Titans this year.
Yeah.
This could be a really good game.
Dude, that's going to be tough to pick against the spread right there because that could be a close game.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Don't discount that Titans defense.
Yeah.
So that's a game that if I were you guys, you're looking for a game to watch, whatever. Maybe you're waiting for your team.
That should be a good one.
Maybe this is a game you check out.
And another one is Monday night game.
Monday night. You talking about the Saints and Texans?
Yes.
Get this shit. Saints are 7-point favorites at home. I know the Saints are one of the best teams. They could be the best team in the NFL this year.
Yep.
They're playing in New Orleans, but 7-point favorites against the Houston Texans? Do you agree with that, Chris?
Hellord's going to love me for this. I don't know if I feel confident in picking the Saints to cover that. I think it's the perfect number. Drew Brees last year was an animal at home. He had 22 touchdowns, 1 interception. On the road, he had 11 touchdowns, 4 picks. It's a completely different offense in the Dome in New Orleans. I think there's a 7-point. I think that's a justified spread against the Texans at home.
Yeah, that spread's a little bit too much, maybe. But the Saints, I think, are going to win this game. It's in New Orleans, but it could be a field goal game, in my opinion. I think
it could be.
It really could. I'm not sure. I might take the Texans for the spread, but Saints straight up.
In this Monday Night Football game, we're going to see DeAndre Hopkins and Michael Thomas, two of the best receivers in the league.
Dude, I love seeing those kind of matchups.
We're going to see two quarterbacks who could be Kevin B.
Is there a better trio? Is there a better trio in the league than the Saints? Because I was talking about this in my group chat. I mean, Drew Brees, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas. Is there a better trio in the league? I don't think there is.
No,
I don't think so.
No, there isn't.
No.
There really isn't.
No.
You sure? You don't want to say Cowboys with Dak and
don't get
Cooper
wrong.
and Zeke?
I want to so bad, but I'm not biased.
I agree with that, Chris. No better trio than the Saints right now.
Now, this is perfect timing that we're talking about the Saints.
Hellord 247 with a $100 fucking donation. He says, "Who that? Who that? Who that say he gonna beat them Saints? Black and gold to the Super Bowl, baby. Thank y'all for everything. Y'all are the best. Minus Chris, of course. I appreciate it as always. Here's my appreciation. Hellord 247. Oh my God.
Hellord.
You did not have to do that, bro.
Well, he got you to sing their fucking fight song.
Who that? Who that? The Saints. You did. But
Hellord, we love you, buddy.
Hellord, thank you so much for the $100 donation.
Man.
And I know you love Chris. I know.
He loves me.
I don't believe it. Keep hating.
Holy shit. $100 donation, man.
Hellord.
That is crazy.
Thank you and Mrs. Hellord. Shout out to both y'all. We love y'all.
Scarborough says, Josh can afford to eat now this week. I barely eat. I haven't even ate today.
Yeah,
how's your diet been going, by the way, Josh? How's your diet been going? You're on a diet, right? Last time I was there, you said you were going on a diet?
I'm on that all work and no sleep and hardly eat diet. Yeah. I'm on that diet.
That's pretty much the diet he's on.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, Hellord, again.
Hellord, bro.
Holy shit, man.
Bro, Hellord, we love you, man.
Wow. Okay, I gotta go use the restroom. Put your fucking hat back on the right way. Unless...
Not until Zeke signs.
All right, guys. I want y'all to talk about the Giants and the Cowboys a little bit.
Okay.
You don't have to give too much away because I know we're going to do a pick and video. I know you're going to do your breakdown, Chris. But Giants and Cowboys.
There's not much to talk about, so it better be a quick pitch.
Yeah. Not much. Well, there's not much. I mean, you guys have owned this the last 2 years. You've won the last 4 matchups. Last year, the first game, you guys completely owned us. I think you guys only won by 7, but the final score was not nearly, it didn't indicate how the game went.
Yeah.
The second game last year, we should have won. But you guys, I think, if I remember, did Zeke not play in that game, week 17?
Are you talking about last year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Zeke didn't play. We sat him for the playoffs, and that's when Dak threw for 4 touchdowns against y'all.
Yeah, and Jarwin caught 3 of them, which, we were used to as Giants fans. Landon Collins couldn't guard a tight end all year.
Yep.
I think it'll be a close game, though. I really don't think it's going to be a blowout. It's a divisional game. With or without Zeke, I think the Giants keep it close. But I think the Cowboys win in the end, if I'm being complete. Especially being in Dallas. I can't pick the Giants in Dallas. If it was in New York this year, I think the Giants stand a decent chance. In Dallas, I got to go with the Cowboys.
And I'm not just saying this, but we've had y'all's number. Like, besides Dak's rookie year when y'all beat us, first game and the last game of the season, we even before that year we were sweeping y'all almost pretty much every year. We've just had your number, right? And we just match up well against y'all. And I'm not just saying that as a Cowboy fan. That's the truth, and you know it, Chris.
Yeah.
But
one
be
thing I
a
will
close
say.
game. Huh?
One thing I will say.
Yeah.
Eli Manning's played the first game ever in Cowboys' new stadium. He won. He signed his autograph on there. This will be Eli Manning's last.
Okay.
This will be Eli Manning's last game in that Cowboys stadium. Maybe he gets to sign another autograph on there before he retires.
He gets an autograph in there. You never know, man. No, honestly, without Zeke, makes me nervous. Because I know I love all the moves y'all have made, and I thought y'all 2 years ago in 2018 NFL draft, I thought y'all had the best draft out of everybody. Now it didn't pay off in the win column or anything like that, but sometimes those draft picks don't pay off until another year or two, right? I like what y'all did even this year, and I think y'all are making moves. So without Zeke, it is going to be different. Our defense is going to be on the field a little bit longer, in my opinion. Our time possession is going to be a little bit of a struggle. With Zeke, it's a lot easier. It makes me a little nervous, but this is going to be a good test for Dak, I think, in my opinion, if Zeke does not play. This is going to be a big test to see how has Dak progressed, because that's all they've been talking about, how he's progressed with the footwork. His throwing should be a lot more accurate. Also, with Kellen Moore, how is this play calling going to look, right? This is going to be a big test because it's a division rival. You never know what might happen. And that's what makes me nervous. Without Zeke against division rival.
Realistically, for us to win this game, first off, we have to get you guys in third and long situations. Have to make Dak have to throw in predictable situations. Yep. Not in 3rd and 2, 3rd and 3s where you can do the play action. It's got to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7. Yeah. Giants are going to have to win the turnover battle by at least 2, or they're going to maybe by 1 and have a special teams touchdown. They're going to need some plays to win this football game. They're not going to be able to play you guys toe-to-toe and win in Dallas. We're going to need a +2 on the turnovers to win the game. And if they can do that, they can win. Now, I know Dak doesn't turn the ball over a lot. Yeah. I think how many picks he threw last year? 8, 9?
Last year, I think he threw 7. No, 11. Yeah. I think it went up by a little bit. I think he threw 11 last year, 7 the year before, if I recall.
Okay.
I have to look at the
He doesn't throw a lot. Yeah, but the Giants are going to have to create some turnovers to win this game, and they cannot turn the football over.
And I think that's going to be key. If y'all don't turn over the ball, and somehow we do, then that's going to be key for y'all to win. With our defense, though, I'm still confident in our defense. I don't see any injuries on our defense. I think Byron Jones is supposed to come back too. He hasn't really played this, but even if Byron Jones for some reason limited, I like Jacoby Brissett. Jordan Lewis has been looking phenomenal. Jordan Lewis he's our great nickel corner for us. He's very underrated. He's the one that shut down Alvin Kamara against the Saints last year when we shut them down. He should have had a pick against Drew Brees in the quarter 1, but he got it in the fourth quarter at the end of the game. Jordan Lewis is a great young cornerback that we drafted. So I think our defense is going to be solid. If y'all can get going, because week 1 last year we shut down Saquon Barkley. Now we didn't do it so much in the week 17, but week 1 we did shut him down under 100 yards if I recall correctly. So if we could do that again, then I think we definitely win this.
For us to have any chance, he's got to have a game like he did against Josh's Bears last year. He's got to have like 120, 130-yard game, control the clock. If we can do that, we can win the game. Yeah. But that's easier said than done against your linebacking core.
Yeah. I'm excited. Jalen Smith and LVE. I think LVE, another year under his belt, whole offseason. Rod Marinelli, this guy's and Josh knows, he was with the Bears for so long, Rod Marinelli. He's phenomenal. Yep. He's a defensive line whisperer, as they call him. He's great with the D-line. I'm excited to see what we're doing. Chris Richard, another year play calling. Yeah. I'm pumped. But
he's a good coach over there, Richard.
I'm definitely looking forward to that game, man. Michael Sachs Jr. with a $3 donation says Drew, Alvin Kamara, Michael Thomas, and don't forget about Jared Cook.
That's true. I'm huge on Jared Cook. Josh kept stealing him from me in almost every draft, and I was getting pissed off. I'm like, this motherfucker.
Hello247 with a $2 donation says Mrs. Hellord wants to say she still loves y'all.
Awesome.
Of course, we
still
love the both of y'all.
Yeah.
Love you, Mr. and Mrs. Hellord. And one of these days, all 3 of us, me, Sean, and Chris, are going to come down to Louisiana.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't know, man. He might kill me if I go down. I don't know.
Chris might be what we eat.
Yeah. Oh, God. Whoa, Josh.
Try this gumbo.
Try this gumbo.
Stand up and have this gumbo soup.
Oh, God. What the hell, Josh?
Try this
got real dark. Cannibalism.
See
Shit.
Chris's eyeball in the soup. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Lord.
But no. So, guys, we're going over some of the games that we're most looking forward to. We want to know what games you guys are looking forward to as well. Some of the 2 biggest lines this coming up week. You got Seahawks over the Cincinnati Bengals, and the second biggest one is Eagles versus the Redskins. Seahawks are 9.5 favorites. Eagles are 9-point favorites against the Redskins.
Okay. So those 2 games, I understand. Yeah. I completely understand why it's that big of a spread.
All right. I'm gonna go Redskins. I'm gonna go Redskins with the 9 points.
Okay. All right.
Really?
Eagles gonna win the game. Wow. Eagles gonna win the game. Eagles. If you look at them last year, they came out sluggish to start the season. I think they played the Falcons the first week. They played horrible in that game. Found a way to win. Yep. Carson Wentz has not played since week 11 last year, so he's still getting his feet wet a little bit. I think the Eagles come out a little sloppy in this game. I really do. I think they're gonna win. I think they win between 3 and 7 points, but I think that the Redskins do cover the spread.
So you said how many points from the spread? 9.5?
9.
9, okay. You know, I just don't trust Case Keenum. I don't, with no weapons over there. Jordan Reed's in concussion protocol. Hopefully he'll be I'm not sure if he's been cleared to play. He might have, but he shouldn't play at all because concussions issues. I'm probably going to take the Eagles to cover that. I think they'll win by at least 10 points. Mm-hmm. Maybe it might be 10 exactly. But I just don't see Case Keenum being able to keep up with Carson Wentz. In that.
Oh, no.
So and that's where I'm looking at, right? And Eagles defense is still a pretty solid defense, especially their front line, Fletcher Cox, all those guys. I think they're going to get after Case Keenum.
Mm-hmm.
For that game to be close, the Redskins have one of the best running back cores in the league. The Redskins are going to have to run the ball effectively on the Eagles with Geis, with Peterson, with Thompson.
But no Trent Williams.
If they could, no Trent Williams is a good point. Good point. I just think the Redskins find a way to keep that game close. I think the Eagles win, but I think the Redskins find a way to keep it close.
Now, I want to mention a couple of things that we got to promote here. Now we're going over these games, right?
Yes.
Now, if I'm mentioning these lines for a couple of reasons.
Yep.
Why? Because if you haven't yet, go join our Survivor pool.
Yeah.
Or what it's called the Eliminator Challenge on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
If you haven't joined yet, go ahead and join. The link is under the video that we did.
Can one of our mods go and copy that from our description box and post in the link, please?
If you go to the Eliminator Challenge on ESPN,
Yeah.
the group name is the Sports Fury YT 2019.
Yes.
Go join our Survivor pool. Each week, you have to choose one team to win.
Mm-hmm.
Once you choose a team, you cannot choose that team again for the rest of the year.
Yes.
And if you choose wrong, you're done for the year. You're out.
Yeah, you're done. It's only one-time entry. Like if you're out, you're out. So
you could be done by week 1.
don't be out.
But we have an only prize winner.
Yes.
A prize for that person.
Yeah.
Whoever wins, it's going to be a jersey of your choice.
Yes.
So make sure you guys go tune into that. It's going to be fun. Go enjoy the Survivor pool, and maybe you can win a jersey.
Yeah.
We also, as far as talking about these lines, we're going to be doing 2 prediction videos, 2 pick'em videos a week. We're going to do a regular pick-up video like we always do, where we break down the games and we tell you guys who was going to win and why. And we're also going to do a quick picks against the spread video every single week. We're not going to be breaking down anything because we're already going to do that in the pick-up video, but we're going to tell you who we would pick against the spread.
Yep.
It's going to be like a 3-minute video, real quick. It's going to go right through the games.
Showing the scores that we predict.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the above.
So look forward to that as well.
Yeah.
And also, go join the Pick'em League as well. Every single week, you make all your picks throughout the week.
Yep.
Every week from 1 through 7, week 17.
Mm-hmm.
You can pick against us. You can pick against everybody else. Right now, I think we have over 250 people in that league. And we're going to give prizes to the top 3 winners at the end of the year. First place is going to be a jersey of your choice as well as a hat. Second place is going to be a $100 gift card to NFLshop.com.
Yep.
And third place is going to be Sports Fury merch. So go ahead and go join the Pick'em League as well as the Survivor League.
Yes.
Again, the group names for both of those are the Sports Fury YT 2019.
Bigger Mike, thank you for posting the link to the Elimination Challenge. If you can also post the Pick'em League link also, that'd be great. So thank you. Yeah, guys, it's going to be a lot of fun, man. Last year we did it. We had a bunch of people. And this year we said, we got to make sure we do prizes, man, because y'all did such a great job last year, man. A lot of y'all did great.
Oh, I'm going
to have to join that.
Yeah. And you should join up, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could use a Daniel Jones jersey.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What did he say?
He's going to get a Daniel Jones jersey.
Oh, God.
We got $2 donation from Hippie Let Bang. Hippie Let It Bang.
Hippie Let It Bang.
This hashtag Bills Mafia ready to break some tables.
Dude, I can't wait to go out to Buffalo to go to one of those games, man. Just see Bills Mafia go crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good game. That's a good game we didn't touch on.
Yeah.
Bills Jets.
Oh, yeah. Bills Jets.
And Jets.
Divisional game? Like, which team's going to take that next step?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the Jets.
The Jets are at home. Oh.
3.5-point favorite, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I think I might go with the Jets. Game. We'll see. I might change that, actually. But thank you so much for the donation, man. We really appreciate that.
Thank you, buddy.
Miller Barton says, can you just tell me the Bears are winning the Super Bowl? They're going to win the Super Bowl.
They're not going to win.
They're winning the Super Bowl, Miller.
We got a $5 donation from Hellord. For the Survivor pool, does your team just have to win, or do they have to cover the spread as well?
No.
Just win. Just win.
Just win.
Yeah. They just have to win, and that's it.
Now, the key to those...
Pick your Saints twice. Once,
yeah.
The key to those, because I've done a bunch of these before, a lot of times will look ahead. Because if you're looking week 1, you may not want to pick a team that's a definite favorite because you might want to save them for another week where it might be harder. Yeah. So a lot of times it's good to look 3-4 weeks ahead at the future schedule and maybe you want to take a little risk week 1, a team that maybe not everybody else is picking.
My goal in the Survivor League is just don't be that asshole that gets eliminated week 1.
Don't pick the Cowboys then. Don't pick the Cowboys. You'll be out.
Oh, okay. I might, just to spite you, I might do it.
All right, so
It's going to be a lot of fun, though.
all right, so I'm gonna go over some of the games I might choose for the Eliminator Challenge on ESPN. All right, so the games that are the most being favored right now, because it'll tell you who most people are picking. Right now, the number one is Seahawks Bengals. That's the number one choice. I mean, people are going with.
Yes.
I get it.
That makes
sense.
sense.
But the Bengals are sneaky, though. They could be sneaky. They still got some weapons over there. You got
Yeah.
Joe Mixon. They still got Tyler Boyd.
Yeah.
Damon Willis. I don't know, man.
They're not sneaking up
and
on me.
then-
They suck.
Yeah,
Seahawks
yeah.
win that game easily.
Eagles.
Eagles are probably another one. Who's another favorite?
Right now, let's see. Another favorite.
Chargers.
I
Chargers over
don't
the
know.
Colts?
I don't know. I think the Colts could win that game.
Yeah.
I think they could.
Yeah, you never know.
The Bears or the Packers? That's an easy win.
I don't know.
That's an easy win.
Hey, another rule I have in these things, I like to stay away from divisional games. I don't like
Exactly.
to
You never know which way
You
they're gonna go.
never know. It makes
Yeah.
you so nervous
Yeah.
picking divisional games. Yeah.
Ravens over Dolphins. That's another favorite that people are going with.
Oh, that's right. Ravens over Dolphins. Yeah, that's true. But it's
Another-
in
on the
Miami.
road,
And Miami
though.
usually plays good at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
True.
Miami beat the Patriots last year at home.
Yeah, they did.
Here's some games that I would stay away from. Okay, just stay away from.
Stay
these
away
games.
from them. Don't do them.
I would stay away from the Browns Titans. I know some of
Yeah.
you guys are hyped on the Browns, but dude, I'm telling you, don't
That's
sleep on
too
the Titans.
close. Too close.
I would also stay away
Saints
from
and Texans.
Saints and Texans. Yeah, don't pick New Orleans just yet.
Don't do it, Hell Lord. Don't do it.
Another game that's really scary for me is Raiders and Broncos. That's a pick'em game right there. There's no line on that. It's a pick'em, as well as the 49ers.
It's a
and Bucs.
rivalry. It's a rivalry game. You want to stay away from that.
Yeah, you don't want to go with those right there. So, and Vikings, Falcons, of course, don't pick either one of those teams. So, yeah, it's tough. Be careful. Week 1, it's tricky. It's very tricky.
Because you don't know what any of these teams are really going to look like yet. Mm-hmm. Now, we do have $5 from Hell Lord.
Okay. Says, well, unfortunately, I can't pick the Saints every week, so I might not win because they Saints are obviously going 19-0.
Maybe.
Nick Howard's in the chat. What's up, Nick Howard?
What's up, Nick?
Arrows in the
What's
chat.
going on,
for
Nick? My chest-most brother. What's up, buddy?
He says Browns versus Titans is going to be a trap game. It's a toss-up.
Could be, man. What's the spread on that game?
5.5.
Browns Titans is 5.5.
Yeah, I might take the Titans.
I wouldn't touch that game. I wouldn't. Actually, if I'm picking a team now, I'm going Titans with the 5.5. I think it's gonna be a close game.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So that's what we're looking forward to this week. Again,
Yes.
go sign up for the Eliminator Challenge and the Pigskin Pick'em. If you are one of the top performers in Pick'em, each week we're going to shout you guys out every single week. So go join that.
Do it.
Both groups' names, the Sports Fury YT 2019.
Do it now,
Now,
guys.
here's some things that you might guys want to watch out for. Some things that could happen. Maybe they don't. I don't know. So, Chris, Sean, Antonio Brown. He needs 100 receptions this year. If he does, he will become the only player in NFL history with 7 100-catch seasons. Can he do it?
That's an incredible statistic, and we were going over this before the show, and I was shocked at the guy that he's tied with right now. Now, I know he gets a lot of catches, but we were thinking Marvin Harrison, we were thinking Jerry Rice. The guy that holds the record with him is actually Brandon Marshall.
Yeah, that was
which was
really
a little surprising
shocking.
to me. Yeah, but can he do it? Absolutely. I mean, Antonio Brown's had years where he's had 125, 130 catches. Granted, it's a new team, new quarterback, new system. But yeah, I think Antonio Brown, that's well within his capabilities of getting another 100 catch season.
Yeah, I don't see why not. Him and Derek Carr, they're buddies, you know, and John Gruden did come out and say that they are going to be throwing the ball up a lot. So a lot of jump balls. He says he wants more 50-50 balls. He wants Derek Carr to take those chances. So that means I have a feeling they're going to be throwing the ball a lot, you know, and they got the weapons to do so. So I think he has potential to get another 100 reception because he's a great route runner. He's going to get open. Just give him the ball, Derek Carr, please. But yeah, I think he could.
Yeah.
And this will be consecutive seasons.
Consecutive seasons.
Brandon Marshall didn't do it consecutively. That's huge
incredible.
achievement.
That's incredible.
So for people,
he's probably the closest thing to Jerry Rice since Jerry Rice in terms of
his
wide
work
receiver.
ethic sets him apart.
Yeah.
And that's why I wasn't, too worried about drafting him in fantasy. I have him in a few leagues.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I think he does get his
I think so.
7th 100-catch season this year.
Damn,
and we got
wow.
a $2 donation from Hellor247. Says, in case you can't tell, I'm very confident in my Saints. Oh,
Really?
Yeah, we got that.
I could not tell.
But let me know
You
if you
should be,
guys
Hellor.
think that Antonio Brown can achieve that this year.
Yeah.
All right, here's another thing to look out for this upcoming season. Saquon Barkley. He needs just 1,972 scrimmage yards to become just the third player after Dickerson and Edgerrin James to reach 4,000 scrimmage yards in their first 2 seasons. Can Barkley get that?
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yes, he can.
He's going to.
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
he
going to.
can. 1,972 scrimmage yards, passing, rushing, don't matter. Yeah, he's going to get that.
Yes, okay, he'll get there. Can we move on?
I think my prediction with him, I think this year his rushing yards are up.
Yeah.
I think his receiving yards are down. I think he's going to have about 500 yards receiving, about 1,500 yards rushing, and I think he'll just hit that mark. I think he's going to get right around the same amount of all-purpose yards, maybe a little more, maybe 2,100, 2,200. Yeah. But yes, I think he gets the 4,000 in his first 2 years.
If it's less than 2,000, he's going to hit it. I think he'll hit 2,000 all scrimmage yards. So, yes.
What do you guys think? Let us know in the chat. We got a $2 donation from Alpha Evie. He says, any football games you guys are going to? So we haven't bought any tickets
We
just
still
yet.
have to.
It's a good thing we didn't.
Thank God.
Because we were set on going Colts and Falcons game.
Yes, in Indianapolis, and thank God we didn't do it.
But Andrew Luck retired, so fuck that.
Woo.
We're not going to do that now.
Well, and tickets might be a lot cheaper.
That's true. That's true.
Because they weren't too bad, but they were pricey.
What about you, Chris?
I'm going to Jet Johnny game. That's definitely happening. Bando will be there.
Mm-hmm.
Rover Sports will be there. Going to be a lot of YouTubers there, so that should be a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
We
Hopefully
still
the
have to figure out
Giants
what games we're
stomp
gonna go to. Why don't it be 1 or 2 this year? I don't know. We'll have to see.
Maybe I'll probably go to Super Bowl Bears when they go there. $5 donation from Mikey B says, "Yo, fellas, football season is back. Can't wait for the live streams you guys will have this season. EAGLES Eagles."
You could have skipped that last part.
Mikey B, thank you so much for the donation, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah, we
Appreciate it,
can't
man.
wait for the streams. They're coming back this Thursday. Bears, Packers kick off the season. It's going to be great. We're going to be live streaming every single primetime game, and we're going to be streaming a lot of noon and 3 o'clock games as well.
If we see some good matchups, because there's some good 4 o'clock game or 3 o'clock games, wherever time zone you're in, that should be prime time, and it's pissing us off. So we're
So
streaming
hit that notification bell.
Yeah. Whoa, what the hell?
$5 donation from Red Cardo says, "Why can't you have surprise anal sex? Because you got a plan for that shit. Go Texans."
What the
All
hell
right,
is wrong with this
interesting.
guy?
Thank you for that comment, Red Cardinal.
Yeah.
We love
you.
you.
You definitely need some, preparation for
Yeah.
that. Because you can't just go.
Yeah, no, you got to let him know what's happening.
Yeah.
You can't just surprise him with that.
You ready? You can't just go in there,
Yeah.
We got a $2 donation from Hell Lord. It says, I don't know, AB may wake up and break a nail and blame NFL.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's true,
Yeah.
And we'll see.
All right. So here's another thing. Le'Veon Bell. He needs 2,004 scrimmage yards to reach 10,000 for his career. Is that something he can achieve this season?
It's something he could. I think he's going to get a lot of volume this year. That's for sure. He's by far their best weapon. I just don't love that offensive line. He's going from arguably the best offensive line in football to, at best, a slightly below average offensive line. Doesn't have the weaponry around him either. I like Donald a lot. I think Donald's going to be a very good quarterback. He's not Ben yet. They don't have an Antonio Brown. They don't have a Juju Smith-Schuster. So he is going to be keyed in on. I think he's going to have a good year. I don't think he's going to hit that mark, though.
Okay.
I like the Jets' offense more than a lot of people think. Quincy Enunwa, I think he was phenomenal. He was hurt last year. He was great the year before. Robbie Anderson, I think, is very underrated, man. I got him in so many fantasy leagues. I think this guy's going to be a monster.
Yeah?
Yeah. But
Crowder?
Yeah, Crowder. I forgot about Crowder. I think that Bell could hit it, but it just everything has to fall his way. Now their offensive line, they did get a little better, but it's still a little bit of work in progress for me. It just depends on how Adam Gase really utilizes him. We've seen him utilize his running backs great with Jay Jai when he had that breakout stretch of 8 straight wins, right? And Jay Jai was a monster. So it just really depends on how that offense looks. I'll know for sure after like first 4 weeks. After seeing how they utilize him.
Well, I drafted Le'Veon Bell in our money league.
That's right.
So I hope he has 3,000 scrimmage yards this year.
He really could have like 1,500 yards rushing, like you said, 500 receiving yards, 1,500 yards rushing. But I think he'll have more receiving yards.
Yeah, they're going to use him a lot.
Yeah,
a lot.
I think he could hit it, but it just depends on how the Jets utilize him.
All right, here's another thing to look forward to in this upcoming season. Peyton Manning. He has the all-time record of 539 passing touchdowns.
Yes, he does.
He holds that record. Drew Brees has 520. Tom Brady has 517. Do you think these two guys are going to break that record this year? And who will have the most at the end of the year? Or when it's all said and done?
Brady needs 20. Brady needs 20. Brees needs 20. Brady needs 23.
No, Brady needs 22. Brees needs 19. Yeah.
To tie it, right?
Just to tie. That's to tie.
Yeah, I'm saying to break it. I think they both break it. I think they break it easily. I think both are going to hit at least 30 touchdowns. Maybe high 20s, but either way, they're both going to break it. And I'll say Brees is in the lead. He's got a 3-touchdown lead going in. I think they'll both have around the same amount of touchdown passes.
I'm going to agree that Brees is going to they're both going to break it.
Yeah.
But Brees is going to have the all-time record by the end of the year.
I think so. I think Brees will have probably about mid-30s touchdowns. Tom Brady will be about lower 30s. So, yeah, I think Brees will have it.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no doubt in my mind.
All right. By the end of the season, Aaron Donald, could he become the first ever player to win Defensive Player of the Year 3 straight times?
Yeah. I think it's between Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack for the Defensive Player of the Year. And I just don't see why not, dude. This guy is not slowing down. He's still pretty young, right? So he's a monster, man. How many sacks did he have last year?
Over 20.
Yeah, that's phenomenal from a D tackle. You don't see that from D tackles. Most of the time, they're taking the blocks on for other people to get tackles.
The old-time record is, I think, Strahan at 22.5. Yeah. So, I mean, he's damn close to breaking it last year. Donald's the favorite. I mean, there's guys that could win it. There's a couple of sleepers out there, but he is the favorite going in, so he absolutely could win 3 in a row, which would be an amazing accomplishment. Yeah. Amazing.
I don't see why not.
Gronkowski, do you think he unretires at some point this season?
I'm going to say yes.
Yes?
I'm going to say yes. He's been hinting at it a lot. I think when he's going to see that the Patriots are in contention to win a Super Bowl and he thinks he can put him over the top, I think he comes back. I don't know when it's going to happen, but if you ask me to guess right now, I would go yes.
I'm going to say for this season, I was thinking maybe, but I'm going to say no, because when he did that interview, or he had that little speech that he gave that football was wearing him down, just like Andrew Luck said. It was wearing him down. He wasn't living the life he wanted to. Because he loves to live life. Gronk, we've seen it. Gronk is Gronk, man. He loves to live life to the fullest, and he wasn't able to do that with all these injuries. I think he's going to try to sit out this year, and he might come back next year. Now, if Tom Brady calls him up though, like if they're having issues with injuries with N'Keal Harry going down and all these other guys, if something happens with Josh Gordon and they need help, I think he will come back. I think it's more of the other aspect, not because they're in contention, but because they're kind of slacking, right? I think that's when he'd come back more so than anything. But I'm going to say I don't think the Patriots are going to take a step back, so I think that he's going to stay retired this season.
I'm going to say he unretires.
By the end of the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think unretires.
All right.
They're trying to go for their 7th Super Bowl.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, and from Gronk's perspective, Gronk has been on record, I'm pretty sure of saying that he would never play for any other quarterback than Tom Brady. So if he's going to come back, how are you going to do it now? I mean, if you're going to win another year when Brady's like 43 or however old he's going to be, I think he comes back this year. I don't know when it's going to be, but I think he comes back this year. If he's going to come back, I think it'll happen this year.
All right. You got a donation?
We had $2 donation from Hell Lord. Of course, the GOAT, a.k.a. Breeze, will have the record. Yeah, and I think Breeze, by the end of his career, will have to be in the talks with the greatest of all time quarterbacks.
Of course.
Guy consistent, man. Mr. Consistent.
All right. Now it's time to give our predictions for the awards at the end of the year.
Yes.
Let us know what you guys think in the chat as we go along with this. All right. Let's start off with Defensive Player of the Year because we already kind of went over that a little bit.
Yeah.
Who do you think is going to win Defensive Player of the Year? I'm going to go with my boy Khalil Mack.
I know you are.
All right. Sean?
I'm going to go Aaron Donald.
You're going Aaron Donald?
I'm so
Three-time.
I'm going to say
Aaron
Aaron Donald.
Three-time defensive player of the
He
year.
is my favorite.
All right, Chris?
I want to pick Myles Jack so bad, but I'm Myles Garrett rather so bad, but I gotta go Donald. He's the best defensive player. I gotta go Donald.
Okay, going Donald. Let us know what you guys have in the comment section down below. Myles Garrett, he could be a candidate as well.
Yeah.
All right. Coach of the year. Who do you guys got? Let's see. Some of the favorites, it could be Frank Reich, Indianapolis. I mean, if they end up going to the playoffs, they end up doing way better than everyone thought with Andrew Luck going down. Frank Reich could prove to be the coach of the year.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan, that's a guy name that I've been throwing out a lot.
Yep.
What do you guys
I know
thinking?
you're probably picking Shanahan as much as you love them.
No, my pick is Shanahan. My pick for Coach of the Year is going to be Kyle Shanahan because
You
I
are
have the
not gonna
49ers going 4-12 to possibly winning 12 games this year and winning that division. I got Kyle Shanahan as Coach of the Year.
You're not gonna like my pick.
Don't tell me you're going to go Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur,
No!
Coach of the Year. Green Bay
I've
Packers.
seen that one coming.
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. Shit.
You know what? I'm gonna say Bill O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien? Wow!
Because I think the Texans are going to be a top team in the AFC, especially after they got protection for Deshaun Watson now. And this is barring everybody stays healthy. I think they're going to be a 14-1 team. And with that happening, I think he could be Coach of the Year. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. Bill O'Brien.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section.
Yep.
All right. Comeback Player of the Year. All right. There's definitely some good candidates. What about Travis Frederick of your Dallas Cowboys? Could he be Comeback Player of the Year?
He really could.
Cooper Kupp of the Los Angeles Rams, man.
Yeah.
Here's my Comeback Player of the Year. Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz? That could. Okay. Carson Wentz. I'm more feeling Cooper Kupp, though.
Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. Or let's not forget about Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas?
He's come back from injury.
Yeah. Okay.
Right? Just depends on how he does over there in Baltimore. I'm just trying to think. Who's another comeback player?
Allen Robinson could be a good Comeback Player of the Year. I mean, he only had 600.
I'm trying to think of
fucking
anybody
reception
but
yards
Wentz
this
because right now I'm thinking Wentz and I don't want to say it.
Oh,
I really don't want.
I'm glad that I said this. Who
How about Le'Veon Bell?
Juan Lopez. Le'Veon Bell.
year. Le'Veon Bell.
I'm going to go Le'Veon Bell.
I'm gonna go Le'Veon Bell because I don't want to go
Le'Veon
Carson.
fucking Bell.
You're going Le'Veon too?
Yeah, that's what. I said. How about Le'Veon Bell?
I
I'm
didn't
gonna
hear
go
you
Le'Veon
say
Bell.
it. Something like that.
Okay.
Or
Yeah.
Ooh,
Le'Veon Bell. I like that.
Dalvin Cook. Nick Howard's a Dalvin Cook. That's a good one.
Dalvin Cook is a
I
really
didn't think
good
about
one.
that.
I
I
got-
didn't think about
I
that.
got one for you. I'm not picking him. Most improved.
Yeah.
How about Sam Darnold?
Sam Darnold? Ooh.
With the weapons they got over
Ooh,
there, could
that's
take a big
interesting.
step forward.
Yeah.
That's really interesting right there.
I'm probably going to stick with Le'Veon Bell. I think he's going to get the most volume out of
Uh-huh.
all these guys, and he's going to
Well, there's
produce
just
big
comebacks.
numbers.
So where does Rover
Yeah.
Sports, where's he at right now? Does he love Sam Darnold or does he still hate him?
Oh, Badwick hates him.
He's still, okay.
He's got him ranked 35th out of 32 quarterbacks.
Jesus Christ.
God.
All right, so that's Comeback Player of the Year.
Okay.
All right, let's go with Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
You got Josh Jacobs. You got Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
Who you going with? There's a lot of candidates out there. N'Keal Harry, remember Chris was talking about maybe
but
he could have been a candidate, but
could've
now
been.
he's going to be out for at least 8 weeks on IR.
I think
It's got to be Kyler Murray. It's got to be
it
Kyler
just
Murray.
it depends. If they're horrible, if they can win 8 games, then I think it's going to be Kyler Murray. But if they don't, then I think it could be
Kyler Murray.
could be Josh Jacobs. Could be. But more than likely, it's gonna be
Kyler Murray is the odds-on favorite, right? He's going to get the opportunities in a great offensive
Quarterback,
system.
yeah.
I think he's going to struggle. I really do. Montgomery's a sleeper.
Don't get no.
I love that.
Montgomery's asleep.
Like he's a leading
Montgomery's
rusher this
asleep.
year, maybe?
Nah.
Who knows?
Well, Zeke is playing. He's not going to be leading rusher, okay?
Uh-huh. What about Daniel
He's
Jones?
He's not going to
he
even
won't get the
play.
opportunity. He won't get the opportunity. I mean, Murray's the safe pick. I just think he's going to struggle.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Hawkins is another sleeper. Hawkinson.
Yeah, and even because this is the problem with the NFL. Like most time, offensive rookie of the year always goes to a quarterback.
Always.
We saw that even when Zeke had his monster series rookie year, they still gave it to Dak, and that pissed me off.
It's gonna go to Murray.
Didn't go to one last year, from what I remember. Didn't go to a quarterback last year, right?
It didn't go Baker. Who did it go to last year?
Saquon Barkley, I believe.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That's right. It did go.
Well, there's no
Just
Saquon
messed
Barkley there.
Yeah, but
I'm going Kyler.
I'm going Kyler Murray.
I gotta go Kyle.
All right.
I don't know why I forgot it was Saquon Barkley last year. What the fuck?
No, I was just messing with you guys. I'm a Giant fan.
Defensive Rookie of the Year. You talking Josh Allen from Jacksonville, Devin White from Tampa Bay, maybe my pick possibly Jonathan Abram from the Oakland Raiders.
What about Quinnen Williams?
Jonah Williams.
Quinnen Williams, New York Jets.
Oh.
3rd overall pick.
Oh, Quinnen
Quincy
Williams.
Williams?
Quinnen Williams.
Quinn Williams.
Yeah, Quinnen Williams.
I like Devin White.
Tampa.
Yeah, I think this guy's gonna. First off, he's got nobody else is gonna make a tackle on that defense besides him. So it's
It's a great call.
It's gonna be.
I agree with you. I think Devin White is the favorite.
Yeah,
this year.
I'm gonna go that.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Let's go with MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Who's gonna be the MVP of 2019?
That's easy.
That's easy.
Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
No.
It's the best team in the league, apparently.
Not happening.
I think it's gonna be Deshaun Watson or Drew Brees. Those are my two favorites.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. Yeah, I've been saying that all summer too. Deshaun
Yeah.
Watson, he could be an MVP this
Yeah.
year. He's definitely going to be a candidate.
Yeah.
And great option for fantasy too. Could be the top quarterback for fantasy.
Yeah.
Right there with Patrick Mahomes. Baker Mayfield, got to throw him in there. I think he could be a candidate this year as well.
I don't have him as a candidate though.
Yeah.
But if this guy stays healthy all throughout the year, I think the MVP will be Carson Wentz.
No, I don't have that.
No?
No.
You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart.
Carson Wentz with one of the most talented offensive lines. That offensive line is fucking sick.
But
he's got all those weapons over there. He
Yeah.
stays healthy.
Yeah.
He could be an MVP.
No, he's gonna do great. He's gonna do great. But it doesn't even if his stats are the same as what pace he was for his MVP season, doesn't mean shit because Matt Ryan threw better in another season he didn't win MVP than he when he won the MVP. So sometimes it's not always about stats; it's also about wins. And I look at this,
I think he's going to have the stats, and I think he's going to have the wins.
I think Saints and the Texans are going to be one of the top two teams in that all of NFL. That's why I got Drew Brees or Deshaun
and
Watson.
the Eagles can be that too.
I don't see. I
I'm not
think
gonna
the
lie to you.
schedule is going to be tougher than the conference is tougher. I think his stats are going to dip a little bit from his MVP season. So
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like the Watson pick. I think Watson's definitely one of the. I do not like the Drew Brees pick. I like the Saints, but Brees over his last 2 years has gotten less, and in terms of yardage and responsibility, they've become more of a run-first football team.
Yeah.
I think Brees is gonna be very efficient. I don't think he's gonna put up MVP numbers.
yeah, I can understand that.
I'm going with Carson Wentz.
Alright.
I think if he's healthy,
All
he could be MVP of the league, man.
right.
I remember what he did 2 years ago. I'm like, dude, that
But
boy is
the
bad.
conference has gotten so much better.
And
The
he's
conference.
fucking great, man.
Well, he hasn't. Why? We haven't even seen him play a whole season.
He got hurt.
Yes, let's see him play a whole
not his
season,
fault.
not getting hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Too injured.
If he can stay healthy,
I'm
he
just
can
saying,
play a full season.
All the conferences got
He's
better.
one of the best quarterbacks.
All the conferences got better.
But if it ends up being Mitchell Trubisky,
Get the fuck out of here. Okay?
Eli Manning MVP.
Eli Manning.
Well, we'll see.
No, Trubisky won't be MVP, but he will be MVP in the Super Bowl.
No, get the fuck out of here.
He will win MVP
Possible.
in the Super Bowl.
Maybe in like 5 or 6 years. Yeah.
Maybe the CFL.
How about Russell Wilson? We didn't even mention Russell Wilson as an MVP candidate.
Wow.
Yeah. That's true, man. He's like their whole offense, right? But
Yeah.
But they run the ball too much for me to really throw him in that contention, right?
Yeah.
I think they're the number one running team in the league, so I don't know. It's gonna be tough.
Kate PJ says didn't even mention Jimmy G for comeback player of the year candidate.
Yeah, because
of course
he's a bum.
Of course, he could be MVP.
That's a good
comeback
call.
player
We
of
should have
the year.
mentioned him.
Yeah,
That's a
he
good
could. Yeah, if he comes back and carries that team to 10 wins, yeah he's gonna be a comeback player of the year.
If he ends up winning the amount of games that I think he could, yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what we think for the awards.
Yeah.
You guys want to take a few calls?
Yeah, we can take a couple.
You down for that, Chris? You got time?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah,
if you guys want to, what are we at here? Are we on?
Yeah, sure.
We on Fury calls?
I think.
L.A. Lou needs to call in right now.
To call.
If L.A. Lou, you're out there, nobody else call in but L.A. Lou right now. Right now. Where the fuck is the Skype at?
What? Is that LA Lou?
Is that L.A. Lou?
I don't know. And just be audio, guys. No video, just audio.
L.A. Lou, are you calling in right now? Is that you?
I don't know if that's him. I wish they would change their name. It's all just a bunch of letters and numbers. Like, change your name to your actual name so we know it's you.
He had dibs, so we're waiting on L.A. Lou to call in. So, I know Bobby Woodard. I know you want to call in.
Oh, I know Bobby wants to.
He's been asking since last week.
Yes.
Diego Reyes says, hey, SportsFury, what are your thoughts on the Clowney trade to the Seahawks? Good move for Seattle.
Yeah, great move. Great move.
Yeah.
Houston probably could have gotten more if their hands weren't tied behind him going to sit out. So, I'm guessing that's him.
All right, here we go. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Hey, it's L.A. Lou.
This is L.A. Lou?
What's going on, LA Lou?
What's up, buddy?
Wait, is this L.A. Lou, Chris?
Hey, what's up? Hey, just thought I'd call in. First time call. I see you have my man Chris there with you guys, so I thought I'd, chime in on a few things. Where do we start? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me start with Sean here. All right. Sean, I got to give you credit. You're the closest thing I've come to finding a non-delusional Cowboy fan for a while.
I appreciate it.
Okay. You love your team, which I got to give you credit for. All good fans do. You guys do have a lot of good young talent, right? But like I told Chris, I mean, hey, as long as you got the clapper on the sidelines, I think you guys are always going to be limited.
Yeah.
Now, hey, I got to be honest with you, okay? I got to be honest with you because I try and come across as non-biased as possible, right? But I go way back. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, but I'm 57 years old. I was born in 1962, okay? So I saw Deacon Jones and Merlin Olsen play. I saw Bob Lilly play, all right? I saw, for crying out loud, I saw when Mike Ditka was played tight end for the Cowboys. So I go way back. And I was, I lived through the whole thing with Chuck Knox and the Rams when they won like 6 division titles in a row, but the roadblock to the Super Bowl was always the Cowboys, right? Then I lived through the John Robinson years with Eric Dickerson when we actually had your number, right? But still, we couldn't quite get to to the Super Bowl, all right? But to make things worse, the fact that you guys early on where the Rams roadblock was at, my dad is a Cowboy fan.
He's a smart man.
So I grew up with a Cowboy fan in the house. All right. Right. So now I try and be as fair, impartial, and as I can when it comes to the teams. All right. And I have to tell you, all right, I am not on the Dak, bandwagon.
Okay.
All right. He's a good quarterback, right? But I think that if you guys are gonna go, further than what you have, you need more of a how should we say, an arm efficient quarterback. All right. And you guys have a big question mark this year with your offensive coordinator, because this guy, you don't know what you're going to get from him.
Yeah.
He was just 2 years ago, he was your backup quarterback, and last year he was the quarterback coach, and he's a fledgling offensive coordinator.
Yep.
So I mean, look, hey, it may work out, right? You guys may be the class of the division, but right now, and I say this sincerely, and Chris can tell you that I've been saying it back and forth. I think the Giants are going to be a heck of a lot better than people are giving them credit for.
No, yeah.
I see that division coming down to the Giants and the Eagles.
Wow.
Love this guy.
What?
Love this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love this guy.
Go ahead.
So yeah, see,
Yeah.
I
Oh,
understand
and by the way,
the concern about
MVP.
Kellen Moore, right? And I was very concerned about this too. I was like, he's unproven, all right? But this is the thing that if you go back and look at him being evaluated coming out of college, the rave about him wasn't just it wasn't his talent. Nobody raved about his talent coming out of college, even though he was phenomenal, great college quarterback. He set records over there. But it wasn't his talent. It was his brain, his football knowledge. They said he was one of the smartest quarterbacks coming out. All the coaches evaluated him. They said, this guy's a genius. This is a big reason why. Fuck out of here. Wow. This is a big reason why.
He didn't even say he was one. He said between the Eagles and the Giants. The Giants could be one, according to LA Loop.
Anyways, so a lot of people loved Kellen Moore coming out because of his football knowledge. That's why Scott Linehan, when he came from the Lions, he brought him over, not to really be a backup. Yeah, he was the backup, but it was more just for his knowledge and what he knew about offense and stuff like that to help Dak develop. And when Kellen Moore was his backup and his quarterback coach, he helped him tremendously. Him and Dak have a great relationship. And when you look at offensive coordinators, that's what you want. You want someone that you can communicate with, talk about things. And that's what they're saying, that Dak is doing a lot this year so far in training camp. Even Jason Witten has come out of the booth and said Dak is looking like he's going up and talking to Kellen Moore. Not just Scott Linehan telling him, hey, you got to do this, got to do this. They're talking it over. Like, hey, what are you seeing out there? Da, da, da. And then when you're getting to that point with your offensive coordinator, that's great. Because at the end of the day, that offensive coordinator is not on the field. He's not seeing what the quarterback's seeing. And you got to be able to make plays based off of what the quarterback sees versus what you might see, right? Now,
yeah, well, that could be true. That could be true. But even guys who are supposedly, how should we say, brains when it comes to this sort of stuff, like they still need an apprenticeship. Look at now. I can't think of anybody who's more of an offensive-minded savant than Sean McVay.
oh yeah,
Right, and he still needed his apprenticeship.
yeah.
You know,
He didn't need it for long.
this
He's
guy,
long.
it's Kellen Moore, right? He's being thrown into the fire.
Yeah.
All right. He's being saying, here, you are a quarterback coach, our first-year quarterback coach. Okay, be our offensive coordinator. All right. Yeah. Look at. Hey, Sean McVay. He's had 2 good, successful years, but twice he had to be schooled in order for him to learn.
Mm-hmm.
He was schooled by the Falcons in his first playoff, appearance, and then he was schooled by Bill Belichick in the Super Bowl, right? But this guy already has some apprenticeship under the Grudens and the Shanahans,
Yeah.
So that's why you better hope that you found lightning in a bottle, because I mean, think about this, okay? You guys are gonna be facing the Rams in what, week 14 or something like that? Okay.
So.
Yeah, well, think about who he's going up against. You're going to have him going up against Wade Phillips.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Now,
One of the best defensive minds in football.
Yeah. Now, look, I am not one to deny talent. Okay, like all those years that the Cowboys were beating us, right? I respected the hell out of Roger Staubach. I respected Tony Dorsett, even though I didn't like the type of back he was. I respected him because he won, right? And even the man who was a thorn in our side all those years, Joe Montana, right? As much as you hated him because he was always beating the crap out of you, I respected the guy simply because he won, right? So when I tell you that you guys are going to be making a big mistake if you pay Zeke his money, and I'll tell you why. All right. As much talent as Zeke has, he has been one big distraction to your team. And to tell you the truth, I don't think he's earned his money. Think about the time that he's missed with his suspensions. Yeah, think about all the problems that he's caused off the field, right? And yet he has the balls to come in and say, wait a minute, I want more money. Why don't you come in, give him a full season, right? And help your team win something, for crying out loud. Then
Listen,
ask for your money. He's
LA
only got a couple years on his contract.
This is one thing where I actually agree. I agree with you, LA Lou. I don't think he has a leg to stand on. He's got 2 years left on his deal. I think he can bring up some great points about his off-the-field conduct. He has not been the best guy off the field for the Dallas Cowboys. And if I'm the Cowboys, I don't feel comfortable giving him a 5-year deal for $15 million a year. I'm going to be completely honest with you. As a Giants fan, I hope they do. But I agree with you. I think the Cowboys are doing the right thing holding out. I would not want to give him a 5-year extension until he proves himself for one more year. I agree with that.
I don't agree with that because, okay. Hands down, has he had off-the-field issues? Yes, but let's talk about them. That bullshit suspension that he got, I think everybody knows it's all bullshit. That bitch was blackmailing him. Sorry for my language, but she was blackmailing him. She was caught lying, telling people to lie about the situation, and they still suspended him. It wasn't because he did it. Roger Goodell was flexing his muscles because of what happened with Ray Rice, and all he was trying to do is set an example, saying, "I'm stern. I'll suspend a Dallas Cowboy," because those years before that, a lot of people said that the NFL favored Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. They said that in the playoff game against Detroit. Oh, look at that. Da-da-da-da-da. No, that wasn't about anything. And a lot of people even said it was more about Jerry Jones. Roger Goodell pushing Jerry Jones back because Jerry Jones always had a big voice in the NFL. And they always said he waved his stick around because he had a lot of power. Because he brought a Nike deal to him. He brought a TV contracts to him. He made a lot of money for the NFL. And this was a big more move for Roger Goodell to stand up and say, hey, the Cowboys don't run this shit, or Jerry Jones don't run it. No, Zeke should have never been suspended for that domestic violence. No proof and no evidence. Even when the girl was caught lying.
It is debatable. Guilt or innocence. What is
it's not debatable. They literally found text messages of her telling her friends.
There was absolutely no proof for them to suspend him for what he allegedly did. Nothing.
You want to know how?
It was absolute bullshit.
You want to know how this was bullshit?
Look,
I'll tell you exactly, real quick. I'll tell you exactly how it was bullshit.
I'm not going to argue his guilt or innocence. I'm not going to argue his guilt
I'm going to show you how the NFL fucked over the Cowboys. I'll give you evidence. I'm not talking about guilt or innocence here. The NFL, the top investigator for the NFL, the top person, the person that was in charge for the whole investigation, went through everything. They sat down with Ezekiel Elliott and Jerry Jones, and she said, yeah, I don't believe shit. I don't think he should be suspended. I'm going to go recommend that to Roger Goodell. Next day, that lady that was in charge of that was let go off the case. Roger Goodell suspended him 6 games. Because Jerry Jones came out and said, oh, the NFL's not going to suspend Zeke. We're good. He's going to be ready to go. They literally cut the woman that was in charge of the whole investigation. The whole thing. She told them, no, we're not going to suspend you. And then Roger Goodell said, fuck that. I want to suspend him.
Wait. Hey, no, I'm not talking. See, you can get into all of that, and you're going to come up with valid points, okay?
Well, no, you're saying that we shouldn't pay him because of off-the-field issues. But all his off-the-field issues have been bullshit.
That's not that's part of the reason. That wouldn't be my primary reason.
That's not my debate.
I think because he has no leverage, he's got 2 years left on his deal.
I think he has no leg to stand on because he's got 2 years left on his deal.
Sean, that's not my debate. That's not my debate, okay? That whole thing, whether he should have been suspended or not, that's not what I'm talking about, okay? You bring up valid points whether he should have been suspended or not. But the thing is that's not the only off-field issue he's had. He's had others. Like, for instance, when he pulled that girl's top down, he did that right on camera. And then when that incident he had with that security guard, hey, he is the guy is not taking care of business. All right, the guy shouldn't. First of all, he shouldn't be missing time. He shouldn't be putting himself in these situations to be where his guilt or innocence is being debated. Second of all, the last thing he should be doing is holding out. You know, if he is he's got to be a team player here. Okay, if you want to negotiate a contract, come in and help your team, and then work towards it. But I mean, to say I'm not gonna help you guys out. I'm gonna go to Cabo instead, especially when he has yet to help you guys win anything.
All right, let me address this.
You think about the individual. I think about the team.
Let me address this real quick.
I love Eric.
The whole he should be a team player. That shit's gone. That shit's gone. Because at the end of the day, these teams will cut you, trade you, let you go. They don't give two shits about you. Okay, you got to look out for yourself. I understand why he's holding out. Now, do I want him back? Of course, as a fan. But as a player, this guy's been rushed. He's been having the most touches ever since he came to the league. He's getting the workload like no other. Get paid before, hopefully, hopefully it doesn't happen, but an injury happens. What if he gets hurt? Then he's not going to get paid.
But here's the devil's advocate. He's got 2 years left on his deal. You guys have arguably the best offensive line in football. Top 3, we'll say.
Yeah.
If he holds out, he runs the risk. He's got no leverage. If he holds out, what is he going to hold out for 2 years? He's not going to hold out for 2 years.
No.
If he holds out and they bring in the backup running back and he tears it up, much like James Conner did for the Steelers last year, behind a very good offensive line, that is going to kill his value.
No, yeah.
Because teams are going to say, well, look what he did. Look what Pollard did when you didn't play for the Cowboys.
Numbers. I'll tell you that.
I'm just saying, if he does, people are going to say, well, the offensive line was the main reason why you were as successful as you were. I think it's a dumb decision by Elliott. I think he should wait until.
I think we all know that he's on a different level than Tony Pollard is. Pollard is not going to put up the same numbers, and he's not going to get the same touches.
He's on a different value.
And Zeke adds so much in the pass protection and everything. Now, regarding the Cabo situation, people think he just went to Cabo on vacation. No, he went there on a suspension when he got suspended those 6 games for the domestic violence bullshit. He went there and trained. He's got a training facility out there. His agent has a training place out there. He doesn't go out there for vacation. He trains first. Now, the New Orleans thing, when he pulled down the girl's shirt, yeah, that was kind of stupid of him. But you know what? Yeah, he goes out and parties and he has a good time. But you know what? Another guy that does it twice as much as him but doesn't get any shit is Gronkowski. He had a whole cruise booked from just drinking. And nobody criticizes him.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You can't criticize a guy for having fun and enjoying life when he's a young guy when Gronk is doing the same shit.
That was bullshit. I thought that was bullshit myself.
Gronkowski won though.
Well, Ezekiel's won every time he's been healthy. We've been won the division.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I still look. For instance, my favorite. I was a big Eric Dickerson fan, right? But when he was holding out and saying, "I want more money," when he had a valid contract, in hand that he had signed, I said, you know what? The team comes first. Trade him. Now, it was later that I found out that Georgia Frontiere was basically cheap as shit, and she was devaluing the team so that she can move. But at the time, I was more team than I was, individual. And that whole thing about the offensive line, right? Okay, when Dickerson left, that offensive line that helped him get all those yards, helped Charles White lead the league in rushing. Helped Greg Bell, be one of the top 3 in rushing. So I do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if that guy Pollard does well behind that Cowboy
DeMarco Murray
line.
led the league in rushing behind that offensive line. The next year he sucked on the Eagles.
Yeah. That's right. Look. What happened when in the playoff when the Rams stacked the box against them? Zeke got held to 50 yards, right? Now, of course, you're going to have to put some of that on the offensive line, but the thing is that Zeke, was not Zeke for that game, which tells you he can be stopped. He's a good back, but he's not all world, okay? And I'll tell you something else. All right? I'm probably in the minority, but when Todd Gurley is healthy, he's the best back in the league. But he won't be the best back in the league for long, because before long, that's going to be Saquon Barkley. He's the closest thing to Barry Sanders I've seen in a long time. That guy's going to be scary in a year or two. That guy is going to be phenomenal in a year or two.
I agree with that, Lou. You know that.
Now, we do have some donations real quick to read off.
Now, look, hey, Sean, I didn't want to get you all worked up. I just want you to know where I'm coming from when it comes to the Cowboys. Now, I don't wish anything bad on Cowboy fans. I just want them to stop living off of, and I'm not saying this is you, but there are a lot of Cowboy fans who are living off their past glories. All right, because from the team they used to be.
No. Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't matter what you did in the past. What have you done lately? That's all it is.
Yeah, I mean, your team has a tendency to go from good to 500. Yeah. Good to 500
every year.
And I don't put that on the players. I don't put that on the players. Okay, because you've had some good talent. I put that on the coaching staff. Hey, Garrett should have been gone.
I think this is his last year if he doesn't get it together. I'll
Should
tell you
be.
that. It should be his last
Yeah.
year. Lincoln Riley come to Dallas.
Yeah.
Now we do have some donations
agree
real
with
quick. We want to read off before they go by. Jeremy Meza with $2. He says Trubisky is a true biscuit. Cowboys win without Zeke.
Well, Jeremy Meza, listen, man. First off, I hope you're healing up real nicely, man, and get ready to watch that Bears and Cowboys game because the Chicago Bears are going to destroy the Dallas Cowboys, including Mitchell Trubisky. He's going to throw over 300 yards. He's going to have 3 touchdowns.
Against Dallas?
0 interceptions.
Against
David Montgomery-
Dallas?
Yes, against Dallas. We got a hearing problem, and Khalil Mack, he's going to have some sacks. The Cowboys are getting that ass whooped Thursday Night Football.
There's no way
so
he's
you
gonna
hope,
throw
I hope you
300
guys
yards.
have a great Thanksgiving
Fuck
this
outta
year
here.
because the week later
Get
you're
outta
going
here.
to be crying.
Get out of here. Now, he did donate
Hey, Josh.
again $2, Jeremy. He says Zeke gets paid for what he does on the field. And yeah, when he's been on the field, he's led the league and been the best running back in the NFL every season. So that's true. And we also have another $9.99 donation from Mustard Buzz.
Mustard Buzz.
Mustard Buzz, what's up, buddy? So what's up, guys? It's almost football time. I know, we're so excited, man. So pumped. All right, I think that's all the donations.
Josh.
I've got.
But LA Lou, thank you so much for your call, man. We
Yeah.
appreciate it. That was a great little
Hey, Josh.
debate there.
Josh,
Well, yes.
Before I go, but from what I understand, you're also a graveyard shifter.
Yes, sir.
Right? What hours do you work?
I work 7 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Oh, really? So you're a 14-hour? Because I work 11 to 7. I'm gonna go get a couple hours sleep before I have to go into work tonight. Yeah, I'm a fellow graveyard shifter. By the way, one last thing before I go. I thought this year's MVP. I think the defense is finally going to break through. I think Aaron Donald's going to be the MVP.
I would love
Wow.
it. Honestly, I would love that.
That would be
All right.
I'd love to
cool.
see a defense player win.
Well, it was good talking to you guys.
Of course.
I'll be talking with you some more. Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, my man. I'll be talking to you.
All
Oh,
right.
for sure, man.
I'll
I'll
hear more from you, LA Lou.
I'll definitely have Cole
You
and
guys-
show something sweet, man.
You guys have a good night.
You too,
All right,
Take it
bro.
easy, buddy.
All right. Oh, LA
Take it
Lou
easy.
also works the graveyard shift. It's not an easy shift.
No, it's not.
an easy shift.
No, it's not.
Go ahead. Let's
That
take the
is
next
hard.
caller.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, who else we're gonna take? So, who else wants to call in? Yeah.
All right. Let's see.
Let's see who it is here.
Go ahead. Right there.
I think I just took one.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yo, what's going on, y'all?
How's it
Hey,
going?
is this Brendan Rogers?
Yeah,
What's
it
up,
is.
Brandon?
I thought so.
What's up, Brandon?
Yo, what's up, guys? How are y'all doing tonight?
Pretty
we're
good.
doing okay. How you doing?
We're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So,
But-
do you have a question for us?
Oh well, I just kind of wanted to get on and talk about the Jadeveon Clowney news
Okay.
You know?
What you got?
What you think?
because, I think, our defensive line right now with Clowney, we let go of Cassius Marsh, we have Puna Ford, we got L.J. Collier. I think when Jaron Reed comes back, I think out of his suspension, I think we actually have a legitimate defensive line that can. Because our front seven, we have Collier, we have Clowney, Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, Jaron Reed when he comes back, Ziggy Ansah. I think our defense is actually legit. But I think the secondary is where it troubles because we're young.
Mm-hmm.
But we still have Shaquille Griffin, Trey Flowers can step up this year, no doubt.
Yes.
And then Keith Blair, every young guy, I think he can play well too. But I just don't know how Ken Norton is gonna work with the secondary, and I think he'll do good with the front seven and all. I'm just concerned about the secondary because when we go up against the Rams,
Well, a good
teams
front
with-
seven can really help out a secondary.
Of course.
yeah, but I'm saying like when we go up against teams like the Rams that have Cooper Kupp and
49ers.
Brandon Cooks, yeah,
Saints.
49ers, yeah, but yeah, I just don't feel like the front seven will be good. We can actually stop the run now because we actually have pass rushers. Jadeveon Clowney, he's a good run stopper too.
Very
But
good.
yeah, I think our defense is actually legit this year.
Especially when Jared
honestly,
Reed comes
but-
back.
I think the Clowney pickup for you guys was a great
Yeah,
pickup.
just
I
love
think it was
Clowney.
I think it was kind of one of those missing pieces that you guys had on your defense. I think Clowney's a little bit overrated if I'm being completely honest, but I think he's a great fit for your team. I do like the
I
pickup
love
a
him
lot.
being coached by Pete Carroll.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, and if he's going to convince
Yeah.
Clowney to resign, Pete Carroll's the guy. Players love him. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I can see it happening, man. I like Clowney. He's got a lot of potential. He's just got to stay healthy. Just stay healthy.
But, I don't know if it's enough to win the division, though, because you look at the Rams defense. I mean, they have so much talent all around on that defense, secondary especially. Eric Weddle, Peters, Talib, and then linebacking Clay Matthews. They have D-line, Brockers and Donald, man. They're, but I
The
think
Seattle Seahawks, I think you guys finished third in the division, honestly.
even with Clowney, I don't know.
I'm gonna go second. I had them in the Niners
second.
neck and neck before that Clowney move. I say the Clowney move puts them over the top for second in the division.
Still going 49ers second place. Could win the division. The 49ers.
Josh, where are you getting all this 49ers hype from? I don't understand.
Why? What's the problem with the 49ers there, Brandon Rodgers?
Okay, hang on. I'm going to get to that. But you look at how Jimmy G played preseason. With him coming back from that whole injury, ACL, whatever, don't you think he's going to be a little sluggish coming out of the game?
Well, no, sluggish. He needs to get over the fear of being hit. That's what it looks like. But when I'm watching him in the preseason, I think he's got a fear of being hit. He's got to get over that.
Yeah.
Okay, now I do think the Niners can be a 7-8 win team, no doubt about that. Their running backs are good, even though McKinnon just went down. But I think Tevin Coleman can have a good year. Matt Breida, and they still do have a good offensive line, and they have Dante Pettis, Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. And then, they added Quan Alexander and D Ford. The defense is pretty good, and they still have Sherman in the secondary. So I get where you think the Niners are going to do good, and they have Kyle Shanahan, but they really can't contend in the division, I don't think.
You just named
Seattle.
They have a great offensive line. They got some weapons. They got a running game. They got a defense. I mean, last year, considering everything, they were middle of the road, top 15 defense in the secondary. I mean, they got better this year. So where am I losing you?
I'll say this: they could, if everything breaks right, contend for the division. I just think the
division's real tough.
The whole thing about
it's division's tough.
I just
That's
don't
the
get
only
it.
thing that's holding them back.
He likes a lot what they got, with the exception of Jimmy G.
Yeah.
But doesn't get why
Josh,
they can't be, contenders in that division.
Yeah.
No, Josh. I look at the whole NFC and realize that you have a bunch of teams that can contend in the NFC this year. The NFC is stacked. Because that's where I'm coming from on this. I think the two legit teams in the division that can contend in the playoffs are the Rams and Seahawks. When you go to the Niners, their team does not have a lot of playoff experience. Jimmy G, I get he's been to the playoffs with the Patriots, but he hasn't
Didn't the
played
Seahawks
in the
get
game.
bounced in the first round?
Yeah, we beat them. So, we're not talking about playoffs here. We're just talking about them in the regular season.
Mm-hmm.
Playoffs.
Yeah.
And in the division, I
not
think the
talking
49ers can win it. I think they can win the West.
It's not like Josh is saying this is going to be a Super Bowl team. Like, I don't think he'll say that.
Of course, there's no chance they're going to beat the fucking Bears in the playoffs. Come on now.
But he's saying that, I will even admit, I'm not as high on the 49ers yet, like Josh is. But I still, if Jimmy G plays up to his potential, then they could.
I'll put it this way. Why Josh likes the 49ers.
Yeah, I understand it.
I just think it's a little premature.
Yeah, and Kyle Shanahan's yet to have a winning season there. I know he hasn't had a quarterback or he's had injuries, but it's also a coach has got to get to the winning part. It's like you gotta get that winning culture there, and they got to start this year. And this is a big year for Kyle Shanahan. So just as much as Jimmy G. So
Josh, can I ask you something? When they come to Seattle late in the season, I think it's week 16 if I'm correct, or week 17. I don't know if we play the Cardinals last game again. I think we played the 49ers second last game. Do you think the 49ers can clinch the division in that game? Or do you think it's clinched before? Or how do you see it?
They could clinch in that game. Late this season against Seattle, it's possible.
But do you think the Rams have that big of a hangover and Seattle is second in the division?
Or I think the race in the division is going to be between the Rams and the 49ers. And I think the 49ers can win that division. And it could be, with like a separation of like one game between the Rams and the 49ers. I'm not saying the Rams are going, to be shit or they're going to have this major hangover. Yeah. I'm just that fucking confident in the 49ers this year and what they could be.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm not no disrespect to the Rams. I'm not saying they're going to
Yeah.
fall off. Just saying another team's going to come up.
I definitely hear you on that, but you got to look at the whole. You got to look at the Seahawks and Rams. They're both very talented teams.
Of course,
I get
yes,
the
they
49ers
are.
have the
I'm not saying
have
they
talent
aren't.
to contend. But I could see the 49ers as a wild card team. I just don't see them win the division just because of how talented the Rams and Seahawks are. Just my opinion.
And if,
I know you
know
got
what?
yours.
Okay, that's
but
fair enough. And if the 49ers do make the playoffs as a wild card team, I'll take that as a fucking win.
I see them battling. I don't have them winning
Yeah.
the division over the Rams, but I have the 49ers competing for that second spot and possibly a wild card spot with the Seahawks. Because, shit, you never know. It could be 3 teams out of that division making the playoffs. We've seen that before. Just don't let
See, I've said this
We
before.
have.
I think we're very
I don't think
similar
it's
with the NFC in that aspect because we have teams like the NFC North has
The
teams
only
like
division
the Bears,
in the NFC
Packers.
that can send 3 teams to the playoffs would be the NFC North.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, this year?
I agree with that.
Yeah.
If there's going to be a division, I would say
I
it's
say
that
it's that one.
I agree with that.
Like, I know teams
think-
have done that before. There's been divisions with 3 teams in the playoffs.
The South did it. The South did it pretty
Yeah.
recently.
I
with-
think the NFC
with
East
Saints,
did it a while
Panthers,
back.
And Falcons. I think the
But
Saints,
the
Panthers, and
Falcons
Falcons did about
and Saints and
Well-
the Panthers, I think, were the most recent.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, so are you saying teams from like the South? Do you think the Falcons get in it, the
They
playoffs,
could, yeah.
or the Saints?
I think they're
The
going to
Saints,
be.
the
They're in
Falcons,
They're
contention.
going to be right up there.
Panthers, I don't know. There's a question
No.
mark on them with Cam.
It is.
I just don't
It is when
see it.
you look around the NFC, it is just a complete mishmash of really good teams.
It really
I mean,
is.
the Falcons, the 49ers, the Seahawks, the Eagles, the Cowboys, all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole North Division. I mean, it is stacked. The Vikings,
NFC is gonna
the
be great this
Packers.
year.
It's going to be tough. It's going to be close. You never know. You never know. We'll have to wait and see what happens.
NFC is just going to be so.
Oh,
Yeah,
I know that better than anybody. As a Giants
But
fan.
I remember.
I think the
They
49ers
won
record
all those games.
in the division, the 49ers division record, if they can either split with Seattle and the Rams, I think that they will have the confidence to make those games in the late season with when they go up to Seattle, if they already beat them in the one where we go to Santa Clara, if they beat the Rams, because I don't get me wrong, I think the 49ers can make the playoffs. I think they have the talent to, but I see them more as a wild card team than a division winner. That's all.
Okay, that's
I'm
fair.
I agree with
That's
that.
fine.
I think I agree with that.
That's okay.
Yeah,
We'll
I
see.
think the 49ers are like the Packers in that aspect. Not comparing talent, but like the way that they're in the division race, you know what I mean? Because the Packers aren't expected to be out the Vikings and the Bears in the division. Packers and Niners are very similar teams, not talent and coaching wise, but I think just the way they're placed in the division.
Yeah, man, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I understand that my 49ers prediction is a bold one, and what you guys are saying is fair, but we'll see what happens when it's all said and done. Brendan Rogers, thank you so much for calling in, man. We appreciate you. We'll talk to you later.
Later, buddy.
Yeah, thanks.
Later,
for coming on.
Brandon.
Bye-bye.
Y'all have a great.
Cherry wants to know how she can play the Pick'em League. So
What?
if you the links in our one video that we just did about the Pick'em and the
Yes.
Eliminator Challenge, and if someone could drop those links, Cherry, go sign up, join the Pick'em League and the Survivor Pool.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a few more callers here, and we're gonna call it a night because you know what? I need me a nice juicy I don't know,
Juicy.
cheeseburger.
Don't say Whataburger.
Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ah.
I want Whataburger so
You
much.
want to come to Whataburger?
Go ahead.
All right, hello? Hello, who is this?
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Doc, and Entertainah. This is HAG from. I called you a couple days ago.
What's going on, buddy?
Good on that Rams fan to talk smack to you guys because you guys will protect us to do so well this year. I still have us go 10-6. And honestly, we could go 9-7 and still make the playoffs because of how poor the AFC is compared to the NFC.
So you think the Ravens are going to go 10-6?
Yeah.
10-6
I
for
have their
Ravens.
schedule up.
Wait, Ravens?
I have their schedule up. Yeah. I have us going 10-6. Week 1, Miami. That's an easy W.
Okay.
CW against Miami. Then we got Arizona. That's another win.
I'll give you a win. 2-0.
2-0, 2-1 against Kansas City.
Yep.
We go 2-1. 3-1. We play home against Cleveland. 3-1.
Give me Cleveland in that one.
I take Cleveland.
I'll be nice. I'll give it to you.
3-1. 3-2 at Pittsburgh.
Yes.
3-2 at Pittsburgh. 4-2 home against Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yes. You got an easy schedule to start.
4-3 in Seattle.
Okay.
Yes.
4-4 home against New England. 4-4.
Okay.
5-4. We sweep the Bengals. 5-4.
Yes.
6-4. We play home against Houston. I don't trust them now that Clowney's gone.
I don't know, man.
That's an L.
I don't think y'all can outscore them. I think they're going to be able to put up enough points.
Yeah.
And then I have
Just for the case, we'll give it to you. I'll give it to you. 6-4. Go ahead.
6-5. 6-5 because we lose to the Rams next.
Yes.
Then we go 7-5. Home against San Francisco. That's a win. 7-5.
I'm not gonna give you both. I'm not gonna give you both San Francisco and Houston. So I got you at 6-6. I'll give you one of them.
Then we play in Buffalo. That's a win.
That's not an easy game. Late in
Buffalo's
the
tough
year.
to play.
In Buffalo, late in the year.
8-6.
Okay.
8-6. So that's 7, and then 8-6 because we play home against the Jets. 8-6.
Okay.
I'll give you that one.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that'd be, what is that? Yeah, 9-5. Then 9-6 against, because we got to play in Cleveland. That's a loss. 9-6. And then home against Pittsburgh. 10-6. We make the playoffs.
I got you guys at 8-8 or 7-9 based off that schedule.
That sounds about right.
I'll go 10-6. We make the playoffs. Pittsburgh goes 11-5. They take the 3rd seed. We go 10-6, take the 5th. Cleveland takes the 6th, 9-7.
You got 3 teams out of the AFC North.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Pretty bold there.
that's a bold move, Cotton. This all is going to stem from Lamar Jackson.
How he
It's
looks.
possible now that Andrew Luck went down.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Titans.
This
The
back open
Titans
door for
win
the
the,
Jags. They're
the
Titans.
Titans win the South, take the 4th. Because these are my playoffs. Kansas City, New England, Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Baltimore, Cleveland.
You said Tennessee?
You got Tennessee division.
No, that's the playoff. Kansas City takes the top seed, followed by New England, Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Yeah. So you got the Titans winning the
Wow.
AFC South.
Yeah, Titans win the South. Baltimore, and then Pittsburgh. Baltimore take the 5th, and then I have the Browns taking the 6th.
All right. What's your basis? What's your basis for taking the Titans over both the Jaguars and the Texans in the South?
To be honest, I don't like the Texans because of their schedule. The Texans have too hard of a schedule. And while I do like Nick Foles, they have to play the AFC South.
But so do the Titans. Titans got to
That's
play the
them
same
so-
division. They're in the same division.
The Jaguars go 1-3 against the NFC South. Losing to Carolina, New Orleans, and Atlanta.
Mhm.
Like,
I don't know. I'm looking at the
Yeah.
Texans, man, and the Texans. A lot of people forget about. They won the division last year. They looked a solid team, even with one of the worst offensive lines without Will Fuller healthy. I think this team, as long as Will Fuller, even if Will Fuller goes down, they have Kenny Stills now, and they got Laremy Tunsil. They got protection for Deshaun Watson. I think this team could be a very, very dangerous team.
I got to say I completely disagree on the Titans. I can see it, I guess, but I wouldn't predict it. I think the Jaguars are better, and I think the Texans are better.
AJ, tell me who's gonna be the top receiver for Lamar Jackson? My guess is it's gonna be Mark Andrews, a tight end.
Yeah.
I think it's either Mark Andrews or Hollywood Brown. I'm high on both.
All right. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of screen pass to Hollywood Brown. I'll tell you that.
Brown.
All right, well, AJ, dude, hey, man, that's a pretty bold statement.
Yeah.
We appreciate the call, dude, and hey, good luck this season. We're going to be streaming some of your Ravens games.
Yes.
By the way, Scott.
Yes.
I have Mitch Trubisky winning MVP.
What?
Mitch Trubisky wins MVP. And I have the Bears going second seed, losing in the divisional round.
This is hot. This is a hot. What's your name?
You
AJ?
said Trubisky wins MVP?
Yeah.
What?
Hot
And then
take
y'all lose the divisional
AJ.
round
He's got
playoffs.
Trubisky in
And
the
we
MVP.
lose in the
He's got
divisional round?
the Titans
Second
in the playoffs.
I'd rather go to the Super Bowl and rather than Trubisky win MVP.
Oh my
but
God.
hey,
Of course.
I'm happy that you're high on Trubisky this year.
He is high.
I am. I really think Trubisky is going to be a top 10 quarterback this year.
That's
I
fine. But
wasn't-
how do you, I agree he could be a top 10 quarterback. How do you get him to the MVP?
Because it's the Bears.
The
As
Bears.
are 12-4,
Stink.
12-4 second seed behind the Eagles.
Okay, but wouldn't Carson Wentz be probably the MVP if the Eagles get the 1 seed?
Yeah, the Eagles. I want to actually has come back.
Okay.
Fair enough,
Well,
fair enough.
we'll see how it goes, man. AJ, thank
right.
you so much. And
Appreciate it, buddy.
Thank you for being a believer in Trubisky.
Take it easy, man.
Oh, boy. We got a $5 donation
Have a good
from
one,
Hell Lord says, so I literally just stumbled across Shaw's 2017 Saints predictions where Josh had us going 5-11 and Sean had us going 3-13. Damn the disrespect.
Hey, y'all made us a believer. You made us a believer.
Hell, Lord, I actually had you guys going 16-0 in 2017. Hashtag Team Chris.
All right.
Waiting
All
for
right, Bobby. Call in, Bobby.
Waiting for Bobby to call in.
Go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead, Bobby. Call in.
Waiting for Bobby.
We're going to take a couple more calls, and we're out of here.
Hey, it's Bobby.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey guys, how you
Bobby
doing?
from Vermont.
What's up, buddy?
I think that kid is on so much cush, it's unbelievable.
Well, I don't know. I like the Trubisky as MVP pick. I like that.
I talk about his AFC pick.
Oh.
No.
He thinks he's going to win that division. Texans are going to take that division hands down. He is smoking kush. The Eagles suck monkey cock.
Oh, my God.
First place. Dallas is going to be in second place, and the Giants will be in first place.
Bobby, come on
And I
now.
think-
Bobby, the Giants in
Bobby.
first place?
Bobby. So what are you going to do when my Cowboys beat the Giants this Sunday?
Oh, they're not going to beat you,
No,
Cal.
but when they do, what if they do? Okay, I'll throw the if in there for you, Bobby. But if they beat them, what are you going to do?
The Giants are going to beat the Cowgirls this
But
week.
what if y'all don't? There's a possibility any given
Well-
Sunday.
There is no possibility in that in Bobby's world.
Bobby, what's the final score?
The final score will be 28 Giants and 17 Dallas Cowgirls.
Okay. Now, Bobby, Eddie
like
wants
it.
to know.
I like
You know Eddie. We talk on the Discord all the time. He's your buddy.
Yeah,
Eddie wants to
Yes.
know, what's the Giants' record going to be this year?
11-5.
11-5 for the Giants this year. Sean is just giggling like a schoolgirl right now.
Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry, Bobby.
Chris,
I can't buy in.
are you that optimistic?
Sean and Chris, I got to bet with B Money this year. He thinks the Cincinnati Bengals will have a better record than the New York Giants. Do you
I'll take that bet.
Yeah.
B
What?
Money's gonna lose
I'll
that
take
bet.
that
B
bet.
Money is going to lose that
B
bet.
Money, you're gonna lose.
He likes losing bets. He likes taking losing bets.
He likes to. Yeah. I give him his
I
optimism.
know he did this the other night, right, Josh?
Yes.
I'm kidding you. He never stopped running his mouth. I told him, put your money where your mouth is. Your Cincinnati Bengals suck, and just shut up about my Giants. So, Sean, I got other stuff to say too. I think, Sean, they should sign Elliott, but he should take the next offer they give him, because if he doesn't, he's a stupid ass. But if he with you, he is a great running back
Yeah.
on your team. He makes your team. I agree, 100%. Your quarterback does not make the team. You got to be honest with that. It's Elliott all the way, or not.
I think
Right?
Elliott's a more important piece. Now, don't get me wrong. Quarterback is very important in a sense Dak doesn't get enough credit because people look at his stats and like, oh my God, he doesn't put up godly stats and huge passing numbers, but he doesn't turn over the ball. And that's more important than anything in the game when you have a running game and you have a defense.
He's a game manager, and he's very good at it. He's a very good game manager.
He's a good quarterback, okay? I'm saying that I think Roger Goodell kisses Bill Belichick and Tom Brady's ass all the time.
Oh, yeah, he loves Robert Kraft. Look, Robert Kraft got caught doing prostitution, and he didn't get in trouble at all. Nobody's even talking about it.
It happens. It happens, right, Bobby?
His lips are so stuck in their asses, it's pathetic. Roger Goodell is a lion sack of crap. I hate that guy. He's an idiot. He's dumb as ass. That's what I say. Dumb as ass.
I think Roger Goodell's the worst.
I think he's horrible. I agree with that suspension. It shouldn't have to happen. That was bullshit suspension. I agree. There was nothing to do with the girl. The girl lies like they always do. They think they're right all the time. Shit. You know what I went through. You know with my.
Oh, we don't.
Bobby, let me ask you this: if you could select one YouTuber or YouTubers to become the commissioner of the NFL, who do you think would be a better commissioner than Roger Goodell?
The Sports Fury, no doubt about it. And Christopher, the Cannoli brother from a different mother. So I think the Eagles are going to be in last place because they are like the Eagles they suck monkey cock. I think.
I like your take on that. I do like it. I'm not sure if I can get behind it.
Bigger Mike, did you hear that? Did you hear what Bobby just said?
Yeah, let Bigger Mike cry his eyes out. His Eagles suck.
Well, he's already in the tub, so he should be able to wash them away. So, Sean, I agree with you, but I think my Giants are going to be 11-5 this year. I think Eli's going to have a great year this year behind our offensive line. I want to ask you one thing, Bobby. I want to ask you one thing. Can you do something for me?
Who?
You, Bobby. Can you do something for me?
Yes, I could do something
All right,
for
when
you.
my Cowboys beat your Giants this Sunday, I want you to call back in after the game. I want you to call in because we're in stream Sunday night. I want you to call in before the game starts. And I want you to admit that your Giants are not better than my Cowboys.
Okay, I will do that. I promise you, Sean. I will
and Bobby, I want you to do me something. If the Giants win the game, I want you to call into the show and tell Sean that the Cowboys suck big fat monkey cock.
And that will be fair. I will. That is fair. Okay.
So guys, tune in to that stream. Bobby's got to call in. Bobby's calling in.
Yeah.
But I really hate the Eagles because what they did to Michael Irvin. Those Eagle fans suck.
Oh. Yeah.
Even the Eagles fans suck big monkey cock. And that Philadelphia City, they're called brotherly love. Give me a fucking break.
I don't call them brotherly love. I call them horse eating shit. You know, horse shit eating people. Like that's what I'm gonna call them.
Bobby,
that's good.
Who's the player you hate the most in the NFL? Who sucks the biggest monkey cock in the NFL?
Eagles. I hate the
player.
No, name one player who sucks the biggest monkey cock.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna say Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz? I thought you were gonna say OBJ.
I swear. That's what I was thinking.
No, Carson Wentz sucks big monkey cock. BJ too, because he's I don't like water. I don't drink water. Please give me an IV in my ass or whatever. Josh, Green Bay Packers are gonna lose big time to the Bears on Thursday night. Let's go Bears!
Go Bears!
Bears!
Real quick, we do have a donation from Hellord before this evaporates from my screen here. It says, well, that was dumb, Chris. We were 11-5. Hashtag Team Sean.
We're gonna be 11-5 this year, definitely. That's my prediction. And if Eddie's giving me a hard time, wait to Discord. We'll see his team. What is his team again? I even forgot what his team is. No, Eddie.
Eddie's a Raiders fan.
Raiders, yeah.
They suck even worse than the. God. to be 2-12 this 2-14 this year.
Craig, you remember Craig, right, Bobby, from the garage?
From the garage, yeah.
He says, it's true. The best people in Philadelphia are the homeless. They're so much cooler and more chill than the other people there.
God.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I just don't like that. The team, the fans, I remember that game against Michael Irvin. I cried my eyes out. I felt bad for Michael Irvin.
That was bullshit.
You know, you don't cheer for somebody to get hurt, and that ended his season. I think he's a great guy. You know, I didn't like him because he used to kick our Giants' asses all the time, but he's a great player, you know. You got it,
Bobby. You are awesome. We appreciate your call.
I always love when you call
now,
buddy.
ladies and gentlemen, this is Bobby Woodward. Bobby from Vermont. He is one of a kind.
Hey, you guys.
We love Bobby, and you know what?
Oh my gosh!
If you haven't checked out our Discord, go follow our Discord. Go in there.
Yeah.
We're in there just about every single night.
Mm-hmm.
You can find me in there, Sean, and Bobby's always in there. And the conversations are some of the best.
Some of the most
You're
entertaining.
You're gonna laugh your ass off. We just hang out in there, and it's just a great time.
You gotta come into Discord. You gotta come into Discord. It's so great.
So much fun. So much fun.
But thank you so much, Bobby, for calling, man. We'll talk to you later, okay?
And Discord, yeah, that's fine. That's awesome, guys.
All right,
we'll see you in Discord, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Either way, I call in.
Yes, sir.
All right, Bobby.
All right, let's take
Bobby.
one more caller. Una más.
How are you gonna top that? How are you gonna
I don't
follow
know.
Bobby with the monkey top?
Ham keeps trying to call the Sports Fury.
Oh, Ham does?
We're on the Fury calls.
Ham, call the Fury calls.
Let's do this. Okay, this is our last caller right here. This is going to be our moderator, Mike Nixon.
Oh, yeah, it answered. It answered. Mikey.
What is going on, my brothers? This is the first time I get to talk to Josh Son and my brother from another mother, Entertainah, all at the same time. What's going on, brothers?
Doing good, Mike.
What's going on, Mike Nixon?
Ah, man, I can't believe we're 3 days away from football. It's
I
a
feel
miracle.
like it's going to be the longest 3 days of my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and real quick before
can't
jumping
wait
to
to
everything, no
wa-
one did donate $2.
Uh-huh.
I want to read off. He says 3 days. I'm going Titans over Browns. Let's go Jets. Shout out to you, Nolan. And again, glad you're back, man. Glad to see you back. Actually.
Hell yeah.
And we got $2 from Yankees fans. Says
Bobby turned heel.
Bailey.
Josh.
Bailey turned.
Wait,
heel.
Bailey? I thought I said Bobby. Bailey.
Bailey.
No. Yes, that's awesome. That's fucking awesome.
I gotta
Yankees
go
fan.
check that out. That's my girlfriend.
You hear that, Mike?
That's my girlfriend.
Bailey turned
Yeah,
heel.
I know my girlfriend turned heel. Mike, what do you think about that?
Well,
Nah,
my
it's mine, buddy.
girlfriend. It's about
it's mine.
time. I have known Bailey since NXT. I think it's only fair that I get to call dibs on her.
She's not a piece of meat, Bobby. And see, this is why you lost her. Okay? She's not a piece of meat you call dibs on.
And Chris is like, what the fuck is going on?
I have no idea what we're talking about. I assume it's WWE.
All right, Mike, what do you
Yes,
got
we
for
are.
us for NFL talk?
Can't wait for the Bears to kick the Packers' ass.
Yes.
That's for one.
Oh, all right.
You ready for the
I'm not-
Cowboys
I'm
to
not-
win Sunday, too?
The Giants are going to win that game.
I like that.
Whether Zeke is there or not.
Really?
Whether Zeke is there or not. We swept you guys
Write it
before
down.
with Zeke, didn't we?
Go ahead, Mike.
Correct me. I want to get the facts right. When we swept y'all, did Zeke play both of them games or just one?
Both.
Okay, so yeah, we swept the Cowboys with Zeke. I'm not going to
That
say
was
we're
the
going to sweep
rookie
them this year.
year.
Not by.
What happened last year? What happened the year before?
Not both games, but we're gonna. I think we're gonna upset you week one, and I think we're gonna win by a field goal. I'm not
It's
saying
in
we're gonna
Dallas.
blow
If
you
y'all
out.
have any chance to upset us, it's going to be in New York. Or New Jersey. My bad.
You never know. We'll see. We'll see on Sunday.
Any given Sunday. Just winning by a field goal by Otto Grosas, who's gonna in a couple of years be one of the top kickers in the league.
He was last year. Made the Pro Bowl.
He only missed one kick, right?
Who?
Yeah, 31-32.
Who we talking about?
Rosas.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosas. Yeah.
So,
Hopefully he doesn't kick too many field goals. Hopefully he's kicking a lot of extra points, Mike.
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see, man. It's gonna be honestly Giants Cowboys. They're always fun games to watch. So,
Mike, do you have any hot takes for this upcoming NFL season? Any bold predictions, like me saying the 49ers could win the division, something like that?
I got a bold prediction that involves my New York Giants.
Love it.
I think Saquon Barkley's going to win the MVP award this year.
ooh, I don't know, buddy. You have to win games to be MVP.
Well, I will. I've said it all. I've said it for months now. I'm not picking it. I don't think they'll make the playoffs. If they ever did, I think Saquon's the front runner to win MVP. If the Giants ever did make the playoffs, I don't expect it though.
Y'all gonna have to have. Yeah, it's gonna be. I would love to see a running back win it. When's the last time a running back wins? Oh, AP. We talked about that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
If not,
I appreciate the call, man.
if
we're gonna let you go because we're gonna take.
If not,
What's up?
I just want to say if it's not Barkley, I'll go another bold prediction, and I'm going to say it's either going to be DeAndre Hopkins or Michael Thomas.
Ooh.
Okay.
A receiver winning it?
So you're just saying no quarterback.
So
no
you're
matter
going no quarterbacks.
No.
Oh, interesting.
All right.
I don't.
All right, Mike. Thank you so much for calling in, dude. And I don't know if you're gonna be in the Discord later, but if you are, I'll talk to you then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably be in there, bro. As always, I'll be in
All
there.
right, sounds good,
Thank
buddy.
you, Mike.
We'll see you later, man.
Appreciate you. And we're actually gonna take one more caller because he's been if he doesn't shut the fuck up. Bigger Mike, call in. I swear to God, you better call in the next 5 seconds.
I'm gonna decline it.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bigger Mike.
It ain't calling. What an asshole.
Wow.
What a piece of shit.
Wow.
What a complete. He should be banned. He should be banned.
There he is.
Oh, God.
We'll let it slide this time. Jesus fucking Christ.
A couple of seconds late there, Mike.
All right, Bigger Mike, don't you got to go to school tomorrow?
Yeah, dude.
What are you still doing awake?
Yeah, I do gotta go to school tomorrow. I was gonna go to sleep till Bobby called in that schmuck.
Do you have a retort
you
for
didn't
Bobby
agree with
after
what
what he
you-
said about your Eagles?
Last in the division?
You didn't like that he said that you guys suck monkey cock?
I don't know what Bobby's talking about. The Giants suck gorilla balls. They won the Super Bowl in 2011 and haven't smiled since.
Bathtubs in the
Well,
chat.
let's be fair.
Obviously talking about
2016, we had a good year.
Right now, they're a 500 team at best as of right now. I don't know what Bobby's talking about. He's some 15-year-old dingbat who lives in the dirt. Coming from saying that Carson Wentz is the most despised player in the NFL. I give the most utter respect to the Giants. Okay, I think they're better than what people do think. I'm Saquon's one of my favorite players in the league, but this is inexcusable. I apologize. I am fuming. This is ridiculous. How do you hate Carson Wentz? How do you hate them? He's perfect. He's a good Christian boy. He's amazing.
Listen, Mike, I agree with you on Wentz. I think Wentz is a good guy. If he wasn't an Eagle, I'd root for him. And I don't think that you guys suck donkey cock or whatever he said, monkey balls. But I do think you guys are overrated just a little bit this year, the Eagles.
You're fine, because I'm tired of talking about us being overrated and whatnot. Look, you have made your point on that, blah, blah, blah. I can honestly care less now, because you're going to see 16 weeks from now when we come out of here 16-0 and go to win the Super Bowl, okay? Now, there's nothing else to say on that, okay?
There's
right.
two words. I have two words for you.
There's a lot to say about
I have
that.
2 words for you, Bigger Mike. The Bears.
I'm Bigger Mike. Bigger Mike.
Mike, you're wrong. You're wrong, Mike. They're gonna go 19-0. They're not gonna go 16-0. They're gonna go 19.
19-0. Yeah, that's more realistic in the Eagles' eyes. No, at the end of the day, man, I'm actually, all of it aside, all of us going at each other, I love what our division is looking like. You know, like, give it a couple more years. I think Giants going to be good. I'm sorry. Give it a couple more years, possibly even next year, the Giants are going to be good. I like Dwayne Haskins over there in Washington. All of our teams have young quarterbacks, and I'm excited to see what they're doing. Now, Redskins always find a way to fuck it up because their owner, Dan Snyder, fuck him, he's an idiot. But Besides that, I love what our division is looking like. I loved it when Carson Wentz got drafted by the Eagles. I love Dak. I knew we're all going to go head-to-head with these young quarterbacks for years to come, and it's going to be exciting to watch. So at the end of the day, it's just going to be awesome for us to debate and go at each other every year for the next, 7-8 years, probably, if not longer.
Yes, Sean. It needs to be eliminated in the divisional round every single time. I love it.
Divisional
Anyways.
round? Okay, isn't that where y'all got eliminated last year?
Listen here, mister. We had
Mister.
a backup average quarterback with a
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Almost did that. Oh, please.
Oh,
I don't want to hear that
Oh, my
mess.
God. Y'all won one Super Bowl, and y'all got such a big-ass head. Go eat some more horse shit, okay? God damn.
Bigger Mike. I didn't know you had a brother.
What? My first day of school is tomorrow.
Wait.
It's my first day of high
But
school.
you have a brother?
You have a brother.
I didn't know you had a brother.
What are you talking
Little
about?
Mike. He's in the
Yeah,
chat.
he's in the chat.
Little Mike here. No.
Yeah, little Mike. I see him talking.
I wonder if he's any smarter.
Oh, my God.
He might be. He's probably not trapped in the bathtub.
Nah, he takes showers.
Yeah.
Because who the fuck takes baths?
Yeah, that's weird.
Little Mike's a little scumbag. All right? I don't even like him. I should have left him at the... No, I'm not going to say that. Anyways, now. Tomorrow is my first day of high school. I'm not at all prepared. I don't even have my schedule. But what I do have is a beautiful haircut and a new pair of Kyrie 5s. I'm going to get all the hoes.
I feel like that's how the Eagles are going to every single game. We're not prepared. We don't even know our schedule, but yeah, we look good.
He
yeah.
said, I'm going to get all the hoes.
That's what your
He's gonna sit by
offense when it's
himself.
everything
He's going to
last
sit
season
by
is
himself
not
at
gonna
lunch. He's going to take a selfie. Everybody's on the other end of the table.
But these shoes are clean, though.
Yeah. Oh, God, man.
What grade are you going in?
He said first.
Just little
I
Mike
like
and just baby Mike.
Yeah.
Baby money. I like that.
Let me at him.
Yo, homie,
Philly 500 is in the chat. Just want to give a shout out to Philly 500. What's up, man? This was about a 2-hour live stream roasting your Eagles.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
We got $2.99 donation from Procaccini Productions. He says, "What's up? Go Eagles."
Oh, don't read those.
Why are the
comments.
Eagles fans now coming in?
Get out of here. Philip Hollinger makes a comment. Says, prepared. Sean, where's Zeke? Don't sound too prepared. We don't need Zeke this week.
Yes,
We
you
don't need Zeke this week.
Yes, you do. Honestly,
Even Chris admits that he thinks the Giants are still going to lose to the
They're
Cowboys without Zeke.
sleeping on us. They're sleeping on us. They're sleeping on us, Bigger Mike. They're sleeping on us.
oh, what happened?
They're sleeping on us. He just thinks they're gonna run all over us even without.
I'm not sure about run, but Dak threw 4 touchdowns against y'all last time we played y'all without Zeke, so I think we can still put up points.
Yeah, we were playing third stringers in our secondary. I guess that's a really.
I'm talking about the Giants, not the Eagles. It's not all about you, Bigger Mike. Goodness gracious.
It's not all about you either.
And we'll throw all over your Eagles secondary. They're trash.
Look. The Eagles were injured last year. If we weren't all injured last year, we would have won the division.
You know what's
If we
funny?
stayed
Y'all
healthy,
y'all
we
would
ran
make
away-
fun of people using that same excuse when y'all went all the way to the Super Bowl, but now y'all are using that excuse.
Yeah, but the difference between that season and this season is the significance of the injuries.
Wait, didn't you lose an
Because last
MVP
season-
caliber quarterback? How's that not a significant injury?
I mean, we had a serviceable backup, and Nick Foles worked magic each and every time. I mean, yeah, but like last season, think about it. We lost Jay Ajayi. He was our number 1 running back. We were probably going to keep him for the future. He was gone.
I'm just pointing out that y'all use this whole thing in the offseason. See, it's next man up. You can't use injuries as excuses. Look, Nick Foles won the Super Bowl. And then y'all have injuries again the next year. Oh, we just had injuries, guys. You know, that's why we lost, man. Y'all use the same excuses y'all made fun of other teams for doing. I'm just pointing out the hypocrisy, okay? From year to year.
He's right.
Look, I'm not saying. Look, the people who said that.
You just said it. You're like, hey, well, we had injuries.
No. You said that okay, look. I don't agree with the people that are saying, "Oh, next man up mentality."
Okay.
Whole story spins and we're gonna still win the Super Bowl. No, that's just stupid to say. That's unreasonable. That has no logic behind it. But I am saying that I can understand why in 2017, when we had all the injuries, is made up. It was completely different from 2018 because of the significance of them.
We got a $1.99 donation from Rag Team. It says, anyone know anything new on Zeke? Nothing new.
They said he'll probably be signed by tomorrow, but at the latest, he has to be signed by Wednesday to be able to play.
Philly 500 has a donation, $4.99. He says, Bigger Mike, don't believe your science teachers. They lie. Gravity is BS. Zeke is at the buffet. Giants beat Dallas this week.
You think so too, Philly?
Yes.
You think the Giants gonna beat us? Oh, Philly, you in trouble, buddy.
Love it.
Oh my God, you're in trouble.
That's what you took away from that? He doesn't believe in gravity.
I've already know this. I've given up hope on Philly. There's no hope. It's all lost cause.
Philly had one very knowledgeable man. You're just in
So wait, are you saying there's no gravity?
She has good. No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not gonna contradict myself.
All right. Well, Bigger Mike, thank you so much for calling in. And that's going to wrap up this week's show. Bigger Mike, you're something else, boy, I tell you. And say hi to Little Mike and Baby Mike for us.
Yeah.
I'm not tired of that scumbag.
All right. Bye-bye, Bigger Mike. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bigger Mike,
Yeah.
have a good one, buddy.
Have a good one, man.
All right.
You could tell he was calling from the bathtub.
Oh yeah, I can hear the echo.
He never gets out.
No.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He feels
but
safe.
thank you guys so much for tuning in this week for the roundtable discussion. We had a lot to talk about. Thank you for everybody who called. Thank you for all the donations. For the
Yes.
500 Rag Team. Hell Lord, my
Hell
God,
Lord, dude. Hell
and another
Lord.
$2 donation from No One says, when is week 1 vid coming out? Packs versus Bears. Wild.
You mean the Pick'em video?
Pick'em video is going to be out Wednesday.
It comes out every Wednesday.
Probably going to be Wednesday night. We're going
Yeah.
to release that.
Yeah.
So look out for that. We're going to do 2 Pick'em videos a week now this
Yeah.
year. We're going to do how we normally do it,
Straight
and then
up.
we're also going to do picks against the spread.
Yep.
That will be a very short video, though, about a 3-minute video.
Yeah.
So, and guys, I want to thank Chris again for joining us.
So much fun.
Thank you for having me on. Always love doing these shows, man. Love talking broad NFL with you guys, and looking forward to doing more stuff with you guys.
Yes, sir.
I got spicy
Love
tonight
the
too,
show,
so I
man.
liked it.
Yeah, go subscribe to the Entertainah Talking Sports. Links in the description box down below.
Yeah.
And again, putting it out there, if you haven't joined our Pigskin Pick'em or Eliminator Challenge on
Yes.
ESPN, go do it.
Do it now. We have a video up that we released. The links are in the description box there if you want to go click on that and join up, guys. And we have prizes. If you want to watch the video to find out what the prize is, go do that.
And I'll probably be on the Discord later tonight after we're done here, probably in a couple hours. So
Yeah.
see you in the Discord if you're going to be in there. You guys have a great night. And the season starts Thursday, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Go
We're out of
Packers.
here. Bye-bye.